And we're back.
Hi.
After half an hour of technical issues, we are finally ready to go. We are back in Lediaros with another game. Only 3 people this time. Why don't you introduce
Now,
yourselves?
Rcon from the last Lediaros one-shot is making a return. As we found out through the playing of the other session, is a Protector ASMR. He is a Sorelock with levels in both Divine Soul Sorcerer and Hexblade Warlock. Although he masquerades as something of a cleric archetype. He appears human, fair skin, fair hair, and fair eyes. A picture of masculine beauty. And he wears a breastplate as well as what you would typically think of a cleric wearing, such as holy symbols, mace, a shield, and a cloak. Pure white.
Okay. Zach.
Oh. For this session, I will be playing Gerp Thurg, a halfling blood hunter. And he's new to this setting. About 1.5 feet tall, wearing studded leather armor. Got 2 curved scimitars on his back and a hand crossbow on his hip. Looks pretty generic, except for the eye color is a little bit off. It's more of a black, instead of being able to really differentiate between the iris and pupil. It's all looks like a solid color, basically.
Okay.
And yeah, that's about it.
Cody.
Oh, joining Gerpin, I will be Turgan. Turgan Gerp. Also a Lightfoot halfling blood hunter. And twin to Gerpin. We look pretty much exactly the same, besides the only difference you see is instead of 2 scimitars and studded leather, I wear scale mail and 2 short swords. Other than that, pretty much the same. Pretty dirty looking, scraggled hair. And yeah, that's about all we got so far.
All right. As we begin tonight's adventure, Gerpin and Turgan.
Yes.
You're walking down the road to the city of Deamore. And along your path, you see this otherworldly looking individual resting at the side of the road. Very fair hair, light skin. Almost looks like he's a member of the clergy.
I immediately go into stealth. Trying to hop off the road.
You also see that he has his hand raised towards his own face, palm down, and it almost appears like he might be whispering to something that's in his hand.
Okay. So, Turgan, you're trying to stealth. Roll me a stealth check.
Yeah, same with.
17.
I'm going to get my twin to also follow.
And Gerpin would be following.
Okay. You will also need to roll a stealth check.
Urban Turgan.
Okay, can't see that. It's
Yeah,
private, man.
Oh, it's an 11.
What's your passive perception?
High enough to see him.
My passive perception is 15.
Okay. So, Turgan, you jump into the ditch on the road.
Yes.
Pretty stealthily.
barely making a sound. My lightweight.
Garpin, on the other hand, you hurriedly grab him as you jump, trying to lead him, and he begins stumbling and rolls. Rcon, you hear a loud crash a little further down the road, and see a bunch of dust kicked up.
Okay,
Where's
well,
a halfling laying on the ground.
having been interrupted, I'll turn my head briefly. Notice that this halfling is lying upon the dirt road, and I'll turn back to my business.
I'll look at him falling. But, oh no, Gurpin! Oh gosh! Up. And I'll help you up.
Now there is now a second halfling joined. Rcon, you notice as you still sit there, being mysterious.
They'll see
Buildings around us.
they'll see from this distance me sort of close my hand and push it into my pocket to my side, and I'll turn to both of you. Are you quite all right?
Are there buildings nearby?
I think we're just
No.
on a road.
You're on a pathway right now.
Just on a pathway. All right.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
less of
that's
a
good.
road and more of a well-traveled path.
Oh. We be fine, stranger.
Wait, you betcha.
That is good. DM, what time of day is it?
It's currently late morning, so
Late morning.
10-ish.
So plenty of
Yeah.
light.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I notice the weaponry on the individuals
yes.
in front of me, and how far away are they?
They're currently like about 20 feet from you at this point, and you can see that they are quite heavily armed.
So, even for halflings.
Yes.
About a foot and
On
a half.
your way somewhere,
Oh,
Are you talking to me or Gurpin?
I'm Gurpin.
I'm Turgan.
oh, my apologies. I'm Rcon. It is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
I'll stick out my
Gurpin.
tiny hand to shake yours.
We only reach up to your knee. We
Yeah,
both
barely.
hands up at the same time.
And as you approach Rcon, you do notice that these two halflings look identical to one another.
I would like to kind of make sure there's nothing like in his hand or near like down a sleeve or anything like that.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Natural 20.
Yeah, with your celestial eyes, it's quite easy that there's nothing in his hand or anything tucked up his sleeve.
I do see a lot of cuts, though, throughout
Mhm.
the forearms and stuff. So with that, there's
Hmm.
a little bit of my armor is, rolled up, and you can see a couple.
You both seem to be fairly well-traveled individuals as I reach down and I shake your outstretched hand.
Let go. Keep shaking. Yes, we traveled.
How
quite
long do you
far.
shake? Are you still shaking?
Yeah, I just want to keep holding on.
If I can reach his other hand, I'm gonna grab it and start shaking it at the same time.
Okay. Rcon very awkwardly just goes along with it, like not sure what to do. Is this normal?
I look over at Gurpin. Yes.
I look back at Turgan. Yeah, pretty much. Still shaking your hand.
One of us always tells the truth and one of us always lies.
I would like to insight check both of them
Okay.
simultaneously.
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
And roll it. Okay.
That'd be
Roll another one. For both of them. So that one.
Wait, I have to roll both?
Well, you're trying to insight both of them. So roll two separate rolls.
Okay.
Okay. So, Gurpin, Turgan, what does he get with those?
Tell the truth.
Okay. Gerpin.
Oh, what? Yeah, what's your demeanor? Like, what can I? And with those
that
two
big, yeah.
20+ rolls, I mean, are you guys being genuine?
I have kind of like same like large black eyes, just kind of emotionless, just kind of staring up at you.
And I'm actually looking at you.
Yeah. What type of gear is this guy wearing? Anything shiny on him?
Anything shiny, Rcon?
Well, I do have the reliquary around my neck that is quite shiny.
I'm staring at that now.
Okay, and I assume with that
Yeah.
that perception roll and the insight check combined, I can tell you're kind of eyeing me down.
I'm still
So-
staring directly at your face. So
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to like stop shaking your guys' hand and break away.
I still hold on, so you just pick me up.
Yes, you have
Well-
this tiny little halfling dangling from your arm now.
Yes, I
Fine.
do
What
not
does he
know
notice when he
your
picks you up?
traditions, halflings, but I would like to stop, please. Thank you.
Gerpin, have you released his other hand?
yeah, Gerpin will let go.
So one
Seeing that,
so
I'll
one
let go
halfling.
too. Once he lets go, I'll let go.
Ah, thank you. What is your business on the roads, perhaps, this morning?
Business takes us here and there, right, Griffin?
He is Turrigan. We seek things that do not belong.
And at this, you will notice, easily enough, a small thing fly out of my pocket that I seemingly pushed something into earlier, and it moves to my ear.
Can we tell what
And
it is?
if you make a perception check, you might be able to see or hear what it's saying to me.
Can we?
Yep.
Can we, DM?
Go ahead.
Do we get advantage on this?
Depends on what the type of creature is.
Yeah.
What does your advantage on perception check say?
So
Actually, just has advantage because we have
What senses do you
checks
have?
that rely on
you
hearing or
wouldn't-
smell.
You would
Smelling
not.
and hearing
So no.
It would be hearing.
with our order.
Oh,
It
hearing
would
then
be
yes.
They
hearing
would
because
fit.
you can't see what it is.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
hearing then yes, you would have advantage.
Oh my god.
So Gerpin, I doubt it.
Nope.
What does
There we
Turgan
go,
get with
20.
that roll?
20.
So you hear a whispering in my left ear. Something to the effect of, Rcon, I don't trust these two. We need to get away.
Why don't you trust us? He says he doesn't trust us, Griffin.
I don't know. We seem pretty trustworthy, right, Turrigan?
I think so, Griffin. Look, our order gave us directions to leave and to hunt and to do stuff other than being at the order itself. So we are here looking.
My apologies. I'm sorry that you had to hear that.
It's okay, right, Griffin?
Well, they believe
that
they know
Turrigan?
you're here, Cupid, and
Griffin?
with that, the creature that you heard drops its invisibility, and what you see is a small angelic-like creature, something like a cherub, buzzing,
I'll
flying
wave.
around my ear to the left. My
I'm
head.
Griffin. Introduce myself to it.
I guess, and I am Turrigan.
And
Oh wait, I got it mixed up again.
Liam, I don't want to step on your toes. So if you, I was kind of thinking
That's right, I'm
that you
Gerpin.
might roleplay my familiar, if that's what you would prefer to do.
It's up to you. It's your familiar. If you want to roleplay, go ahead.
I think you should. because I don't want to be talking to myself all the time. You know what I mean?
Sure, I
know
will
what you mean.
roleplay Cupid.
And I just came up with that name right now because I forgot to come up with a name for it. So
How
that's
how
what it is
large
right
is
now.
Cupid?
Like it's a small creature.
Oh,
So,
that's around our height.
well, actually, it's a tiny creature.
Okay.
So it
Less than a
is.
foot tall.
Yeah, I mean it's very tiny. Like it could, curl up and sneak into my large pockets or my pack or something like that.
What are you two
And-
doing out here?
And Turgan, you're holding out your hand to shake it. Or you
No, I'm just waving at it because it's way too high up.
Yeah.
As Cupid sits on your shoulder, its eyes narrow. I still don't trust them, Rcon. And he then scurries away, back into your pocket.
We're here to
I
hunt
climb
evil.
up, I climb up the leg to
What
the
do we do?
pocket. Try to why not?
As you climb up, a tiny little hand smacks you in the nose, away from the pocket.
I rub my finger on my nose.
You see
Now,
this little
Cupid.
chair creature peeking out
Be-
from the pocket.
Be amicable.
They're strange. I don't like them. There's a
I'm still
was-
just hanging off your pant leg.
I kind of try to shake you off. Please.
They have a
Um,
bad stink to them, Rcon.
Come over and I'll help.
I apologize.
I lift
apologize,
my
but I-
right arm up
I-
and I sniff.
I must be going. I have much to do. And I start slowly backing away from these two
Let's follow.
individuals.
Where are you going?
Yeah,
We're
ready.
here. We have to
Well,
hunt
I
evil.
was on my
That's what we're
way
doing.
to Deamore.
That's where we're going to. Right, Gerpin?
Oh, well, I was just taking a quick break, so
Same here.
I'm sure you're
doing
very
the same.
busy. You may, please,
No.
please go on.
We're not busy. I'll just keep looking up at you, just staying close. We're part of an order. Our order hunts down foul creatures. You
Really?
don't seem to be foul.
Naughty fae, fiends, and undead are our specialty.
Really? Is that
Yes.
so? Well,
You seem good. Seem
it
like a good
appears
person.
that we have more in common than what I first thought. I detest such creatures as well. And I'm
part of an
sworn to
order?
destroy them. Not particularly. But I do follow a strict code.
You want to join?
Join.
Yes.
Join your
Durgan, he's
order.
too tall.
Nah,
You know what the
Never mind.
master said?
yes. I forgot. This is why you're here. To remind me.
Well, I do appreciate the offer, anyway, but I must decline.
And we shall accept. Onward, right? Are we going?
You- Excuse me.
We shall join you.
You shall join I.
Yes, and your friend.
Yeah.
A pair
we
makes
shall
a
join
pair.
thee. We three, well, I guess four,
Four?
technically.
Is there four?
At the mention of this, Cupid is glaring at you two from outside the pocket, just peeking out.
That one! That's the fourth.
Settle down, Cupid. I don't think these people are dangerous.
What are two
Us,
pairs?
anyway.
Is that a full house? What is that? Is it
Eh?
straight? Are we straight?
Whatever do you mean?
What are you talking about, Gerpin? Please.
Even I'm confused, Turgan.
I
Yeah.
think they're insane, Rcon.
Well, if you two are on to Deamore yourselves, I suppose I could use the company if you're so insistent.
Eh. Would be useful in any engagement you run into that requires combat or tracking.
Well, I haven't had many engagements on this road other than this one so far.
Nice.
But very well, you can accompany me if you wish.
With Turgan.
I must admit I'm not quite one for heavy conversation, so I can't promise that I'll be very entertaining to travel with.
That is fun.
We brothers
I'll
entertain
try.
ourselves well enough.
Yes.
That I can certainly imagine. Well, shall we be off
As
then?
I stand in front of Rcon and cut my hands forward to get ready for a throwing motion, facing Turgan. Hop up.
Run up and jump on his hand. Try doing a couple front flips in front of Archon.
I throw him up.
Okay, rolling. Turgan. No,
Yes.
now you got me fucking all fucked up. Gurpin is Zach, correct?
No, I'm
No, Turgan
I am
is
Gurpin.
Turgan is Cody. Gurpin is Zach.
Yeah. So Gurpin, roll me an athletics check. Turgan, roll me an acrobatics check.
20.
Okay,
21.
easily enough. It's like you guys do this quite a bit.
Yes.
You scoop your hands up under his foot, launch him into the air, and with the grace of a ballerina, you do a couple of twirls in the air and land right in front of Archon with the equal grace.
I do
Ah.
the tiniest of bows.
I run up to him as
Very-
he's bowing and also bow.
Very impressive. But shall we be going?
Yes.
We are certainly burning daylight.
I'll start to
Look over it.
sniff the air as we walk,
Yeah.
trying to smell any danger.
Okay, roll a perception
Now-
check.
I would like to follow them. I don't want them behind me.
Okay.
I'd do the same.
Easy enough, because they seem to have forgotten all about you and begin sniffing around as they're walking down the path. With your two's keen sense of smells, you don't pick up on anything.
Any wild fruits or vegetables or anything?
You pick up on, like, a rabbit scurrying around.
What's Archon
Some
smell
birds.
like?
How close is the rabbit?
The rabbit, from your estimation, is probably like 80 feet off the road.
80 feet.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Just 8.
Gurpin declines to hunt.
Yes, I smell it too. Well, we just 8. What does Archon smell like?
What
If-
does
if
Archon
they're-
smell like?
If they're like sniffing around, can I can I see that they're like doing this?
Yeah,
Are they being
periodically,
very-
I get on all fours.
It's
and I
very
sniff around.
dog-like how they're behaving
Yeah.
right now.
I motion for Cupid to turn invisible.
Okay.
And motion him up to my shoulder.
Okay.
And I want to try whispering. Or I'll speak telepathically with Cupid at this point
Alright.
to keep it clean. And I will say, these halflings are very strange.
I don't like them. There's a strange magic to those two. It's very
Yes.
unsettling.
I could almost sense it myself.
You look down
Beyond
and
that,
there's-
just outwardly, they're very, very strange. And I'm gonna try to, like, as they're kind of goofing around, I'm gonna try to walk slower than them, so that an ever-increasing amount of distance is created between us.
talking, you look down, you see Turgan on all fours sniffing the ground, and I lick a little bit of dirt. Eyes like kind of off, one going left, one going right, a little bit. Like the
But
Durpin is like 20 feet ahead, kind of looks back and like, hurry up!
to their question before, what does Rcon smell like?
Yeah.
So, Archon smells of with those perception checks. I mean, you'd get it pretty much on the money. Archon smells unnaturally clean. But you catch the ever faint scent of like oils and incense.
The more peculiar thing, Gerpin and Turgan, is Archon not giving off a scent as much as more of the absence of scent on him.
Yeah, you can certainly smell some of the things I have on my person, but as far as my Archon scent, it's almost void of any scent.
Gotcha.
Like, as though I'm unnaturally clean.
Okay.
Would we have studied about anything that had involved that in our...
Roll me either a history or an arcana check.
That doesn't involve Fey, Fiend, or Undead?
No.
Okay.
I'll do Arcana if you do history.
Yeah.
We work the same.
Oh, not super advantage. Normal.
I don't know shit.
No, probably not.
No, not really. Your education was more revolved around your prey of choice.
Yeah.
Anything. Any other studying were just basics like language, mathematics, but mostly
What
it was
trash
about,
cans look the best?
yeah. But the vast majority of your studies were related to Fae, Fiends, and Undead.
Yep.
Okay, so you're all making your way.
Well,
down.
I would say that Archon's appearance, as well as his cherub, as well as his lack of a scent, unnatural cleanliness, does lend itself to a Fey-like nature. Although, you know, it may or may not be the case.
Like on the ground.
Huh?
But we'll just keep moving forward, I guess.
How much
Yeah.
distance are you keeping between you and the halflings, Archon?
I'm trying
I'm not
I'm
gonna
trying-
let him get.
I'm trying to let the
further than
distance
20.
get as increasing as I possibly can, hoping that they don't notice that I'm not close behind.
I don't let him get further
Because
than
I'm
20.
trying to slip away from them. Like first chance I get, I'm trying to slip away.
Which, unfortunately, with those perception checks, they have caught your scent, or what they tune to your scent. So every time you feel like you're getting just far enough, you notice the halflings turn around and either close the distance back with you, or they wait and watch.
I'm going to, when I get a good opportunity, I'm going to say a small prayer to myself and cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to get away. I'm going to try to slip away and maybe
Okay. Well,
sneak into a good space.
roll a stealth
Where
check.
are you going?
Oh, I'm not even going to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
my
not even going to
passive
roll the
is...
guidance.
My
Yeah, no.
passive is 50.
As Turgan said, as you begin like backing away, he just stops. Where are you going?
Yes, friend. Where are you going?
Oh,
We run back to you relatively quickly for halflings.
Definitely faster than normal.
nowhere. Let's hurry on
Are
to
you lost?
Deamore,
Here,
though.
hold my hand. I'll just grab
You
the
both
horn
grab a
real
leg.
quick.
Start walking.
Okay.
Well, Archon, with your newfound friends, more like lost puppies, in a sense. You all
He's
three.
the one that's lost.
That is true.
I will. So as we're walking along, I am going to use the cantrip message, and I'm going to do it in both of their minds as quick in succession as I can. I can't do it in both at the same time. But one and then the other, I'm going to place a message in their mind. It says, "This man is sacred," and that's it.
Targan, you hear
Repeat
this
it.
almost.
We recognize the voice.
No, it's not. It's not a voice. It's your own. It's your own thinking almost. That's the way it feels.
Mhm.
I try to emulate your own
Turn stuff or
thoughts.
words.
How well do you do it?
It feels unnaturally. I mean, I can make a deception check here if you'd like me to.
Yeah, make a deception check.
Yeah, because the cantrip message is very. It's up to a lot of DM interpretation on how it actually appears to the person receiving the message.
Yeah, roll a deception check to see how well you can. 11.
Oh, am
My
I still
passive
guided? Am
insight's
I still
15.
guided though?
Sure, you can be guided. 12.
It's a 12.
My passive insight's 15.
I don't think
12.
I don't think we use passive insight.
Because
We've never
he is
used it.
actively.
Wow.
Okay.
This man is sacred.
Targan,
I
you
say
both.
out loud.
God.
Okay.
Yeah. Targan, Gerpin, you both hear a almost angelic voice.
As this voice goes off in my head, I jump up and I wrap both arms and legs around the leg that I'm holding.
Okay.
Nothing will
Ah,
hurt you.
I will always protect you, sacred one.
I say to Cupid, that backfired.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Not that smart.
Well, I
Sadly.
guess I'll continue on with my new.
Well, now you are kind of hobbling down the road as you have two halflings.
Two halflings hanging on both of your legs.
It takes some time, roughly a few hours, and you begin seeing this relatively large city come across in the horizon. But what immediately catches your attention is tents all around the city in what seems to be an army.
Okay, is there any activity about?
Oh, it's very active. And it seems like all attention is focused on the city. And the closer you get, it seems almost as if the city is under siege.
How far away are we?
You are about, 50... You're kind of coming onto a hill. So about 100 feet from the pinnacle of the hill where you're at and the beginning of this camp.
Is there any cover, any place to hide? Any trees, cover, or anything near us right now?
There's some forest off to your left. And then, open plain off to the right. And there's about 20 feet off the road, the forest is.
Friends, quickly. And I'll start moving towards the forested area where we might be able to hide and get a good look at what's going on.
Okay. I need all three of you to make stealth checks.
Okay, pretty good.
Yeah. You guys stealthily, even surprisingly so, with the two halflings stuck to your legs.
Well, I would imagine that when they see the same
I'm-
thing I
I'm-
do,
yeah.
they kind of break away
we
and
hop
they're
off.
and they
I'm,
agree.
I'm rotating on your body to hide behind you. Stuck to your side.
It's quite surprising,
I hopped
Rcon,
down.
with how loud and bombastic these two are, and as much noise as they usually make, they are quite quiet. That for a second there, you think you lost them yourselves until you feel that Turgan is still behind your leg. And as you all crouch down, I would like you to make perception checks if you're trying to see what's going on.
Yeah, I'd also like to see if I recognize any of the emblems
I'm
of
gonna
the
be
sieging army. 24.
in keeping with the theme of protecting Rcon, I'm going to be listening for anything in the immediate area.
Okay, so
I'll
roll
be
with.
smelling.
Okay, so
So
both of you
roll
roll with
another one.
advantage.
They're gonna be I'll be the eyes. They'll be the ears.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm smelling.
So Turgan, you're smelling.
Yeah, and I'm
Yep.
listening.
Okay, Turgan,
And Archon seeing.
it's kind of hard to make out
We are
because
one.
you're just you guys are one. It's just an assault of different smells that you can kind of pick out. You pick out humans, horses, horse shit. Definitely, the camp does not smell like some food being cooked. Turgan, you pick up with your enhanced hearing.
Gerpin.
Whatever.
I am Gerpin.
You are
I'm
two.
Turgan.
You're both playing one half of the same character. Let's be real here.
You're two gnomes in a trench coat.
I had an idea.
halflings
That would
in
be like a
trench coat.
dwarf in a trench coat.
So what you pick up is you just hear a lot of chatter. You're too far away to make out exactly what they're saying, but you get
I'm more listening for stuff that might be coming at us from.
nothing's moving
either side of the
towards you.
forest.
You're just hearing a lot of activity going on.
Okay.
Archon, so you're looking for insignias to distinguish the army.
Yeah, and I'm looking at. I want to see like. There's activity, obviously, but are they actively sieging this place, or is this more of a?
Yeah. Well, with that
Are
roll,
they allied to these people,
Yeah.
or are they attacking them?
well, with that roll, yeah, it looks like a siege without the army actually sieging. It seems like they're not trying to get in. They're trying to keep things from getting out. And curiously enough, the insignias and the flags flying on the city walls match the exact same of the army. It is a crimson field with a black eagle,
Yes, yes.
which you would recognize as the heraldry of the Empire.
Okay, sort of not even. Almost forgetting that I have two other people with me, I will say in my mind to Cupid. Huh. It seems this is the army of Deamore. That is perhaps trying to keep something in the city rather than get into it itself. Very curious.
What do you think it could be? A disease?
Perhaps a plague of some kind. Perhaps there's been an outbreak. Perhaps there is something dangerous in the city. Perhaps we should approach. Seems any danger of a sieging army is not the case. And at this point, I kind of feel the tugging on my legs again. Like, and I think to myself, yes, forgot about them. You two, Turgan, Gerpin, friends.
No,
That's
I'm
me.
Gerpin.
I'm Turgan.
It appears to me that these people are actually members of this city. And it's almost as if they're trying to keep something inside rather than trying to get in themselves. So I think we are safe to approach unless you two think differently.
I think they might have food around here before we can do anything strenuous.
Food. I think there are more important things than food right now.
Like what?
You hear a large rumbling in Turgan's stomach at the mention of that.
Oh,
No, Again, you must hold on.
I know.
Cupid sort of tugs on my pocket, and I immediately understand. Ah, yes, of course. Food. We must eat before we move forward. The thing is, when you saw me sitting down earlier, I had already just finished a great lunch, great early lunch, and so if you two would like to sit here and eat, I will go ahead and go see what might be going on, and then I'll
I-
report back to you immediately.
Can I ride on your shoulder? I have a little bar I can eat.
Same as me.
No, I don't think that is a good idea.
As soon as he brings up riding on somebody's shoulder, just eating the bar, Gerben's like, "That's a great idea," and I hop up on your right shoulder, and sit down.
I'll pass up a bar to you, Gerpin.
Gerben,
Take
thank
the
you,
other
Gerben.
shoulder.
Then I take
Start
out my
eating
bar
on
and I
my
toss it
ration.
across your face at Turgan.
Thank you.
I certainly have never been where you two are from. I do not believe. Very
Probably
well.
not.
Very well. Eat your food, whatever you wish. I will.
You hear crunching on both sides of your head.
Crumbs everywhere.
I will approach
It's like a nature
camp.
grain bar.
with these, and I'll try to find someone that looks important to approach.
You got your turret mounted, shoulder
I
mounted
don't-
halflings.
Well,
I don't swallow my bites of candy in my bar right away, so my cheeks kind of fill out like a chipmunk's.
Just let the saliva break it down. Or chewing.
Well, Archon,
Right,
as you're
skating.
making your way through the camp, which is surprisingly kind of easy, because like before, you notice that their attention seems to be fully on the city, not outwards.
Do we hear anything coming from the city?
Make another perception check.
They're busy eating.
Okay,
We're
We're
focused
all in
on the
this.
food.
19.
19. With all the activity going around in the camp, it's kind of hard to make out. As you really focus on, doesn't seem to be much noise, if any, coming out of the city.
All right, and I'm just looking for someone who appears to be of some importance that I could perhaps discuss with.
As you make your way towards closer and closer to the city, you see a tent that outshines all the other ones. And as you get approached, the sentries spot you. Who the hell are you?
Well,
He is
the
Archon.
moment that anyone would have begun approaching me or begin addressing me, I wanted to cast guidance on myself.
Sure. As you hold your hands up, you lay it across your heart to show no threat. And you cast guidance.
Forgive me.
Answer the question. What are you doing here?
I am Rcon. I am a traveler. I met these two upon the roads. They have not stopped following me since.
I'm
However-
just munching on that bar with my cheeks just puffed out.
I intended to come here to Deamore, and I noticed all of this going on. Is everything all right?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Does he get advantage with the halflings on the shoulder? I mean, come
Okay.
on.
You are guided.
Like children.
I am gonna guide that. Okay,
It
so
doesn't-
13 total.
You see, first, the annoyance of who the fuck is this guy walking around the camp, to the confusion of what the fuck are those two halflings doing on your shoulder? And then it's like, I don't get paid enough to deal with this. Across his face. No one is getting into the city.
Yes, I can very well see that. Is there anyone here that I might be able to offer my services to? I am a man of the cloth, you see. And if anything is going on that might be my specialty of dealing with, then I'd like to offer my services to the fair city of Deamore.
He
What
is the sacred run.
And what are you
Yes,
two?
we heard a voice in our head.
You just hear a long, drawn-out sigh. I don't get paid enough for this. That tent
Sacred
over
run.
there. Go. And he
Thank you,
returns to
sir.
leave me alone.
Went
I
quite
won't,
well.
I won't say another word, and I'll start making my way towards that tent, and I will guide myself again. kind
man
of
was awfully
saying
rude,
a
Durgan.
sigh at the fact that
As
went a lot better than I thought it would.
as you walk past this guard, you hear him murmur on his breath, "Fucking zealots."
This man was awful rude, Turgan.
I'll
Yes, quite.
send a message his way into his mind, which will equate to one should be careful who they insult.
Does message have any somatic components?
All I have to do is whisper
Okay.
it out loud, but I would do it as I.
Yeah.
It's got a range of 120 feet.
You don't need to roll anything if there's no somatic components to it. You
just,
see,
just the words
you just
themselves.
notice that he stands up a little straighter as soon as that message hits. And as you walk into the tent, you see a much more ornately armored individual, still functional. Shoulder-length brown hair, clean-shaven. Seems to be probably in his 30s or so. Looking over what appears to be a map of the city. And as you enter, who the hell are you three?
So
Before
first
Rcon
off,
could
I'm
say
gonna
anything,
bow. I'm going to deeply bow. Do these two idiots fall off?
I will do a
I
front
roll
flip
back
off.
enough to where I sit on the back of your shoulder, and then I just
Oh.
I am Gerpin with one hand up.
You two make acrobatics checks as he's bowing to see if you can. Okay. Yeah. Easily. So Gerpin, you're rolling on to stay onto Rcon.
Yeah, I just kind of lean back a little bit.
And
Sorry,
Turkin,
like
what are you doing?
I'll do the same. I'll mimic him.
we just my right hand goes up the outside, and then Gertner and Turgan's left hand goes up.
Yeah.
I am Gerpin.
As you begin bowing, Rcon, you feel the weight of the halfling shift back, and now they are standing onto your back as you're bowing.
I surprised at that, slightly surprised at their ability. I say to the man in front of me, "My apologies, sir. I'm Rcon,
If this is
man of
some
the cloth."
If this
I
is
am-
some kind of circus act, I have a situation I'm dealing with.
No, sir. I am here to offer my services to the city of Deamore. It seems, from what I can tell, there's something not good going on, and my abilities, I believe, would potentially be useful to the city.
We also hunt down evil as we see fit. I'll just shake my head.
And what can
That
you
is
three
weird.
do?
We hunt
Well,
down evil.
I just met these two myself, so I'm not sure about them, but I am a warrior of light, and I'll throw my hand up, and I'll cast a light cantrip, and a glowing ball of light will appear in one hand, and then I'll do the same thing to the other hand. And, yeah, that's, it.
Oh, you two.
Look
Hey.
over at Turgan. Should we?
We hunt down evil. It is what we are made to do. We trained to do. I kind of like rotate my body around to show like the armor and some weapons and stuff.
Turgan.
Yes.
You see, he pinches the bridge of his nose. Fine.
Should
If you-
we show them a bit of our magic?
No.
No. Oh,
What kind of magic?
Not really
As his
magic.
demeanor has changed quite a bit at the mention of the arcane.
Or does Zach know that we're still in that setting where there's no magic? Or it's very controlled.
oh,
Was that a lapse, Zach?
it was. It was.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Otherwise,
All right.
I don't think we would say that.
I will give you a pass.
All right.
Just remember that in the future.
For Yeah, I'm pretty sure blood magic is not okay.
Yeah.
Probably not.
We are specifically trying to hunt the fiends, undead, and fae. Our orders are very good at what they do.
You see he kind of perks up at that a little bit. Really now.
Very
You
much
too.
so.
Yes.
Hunt demons.
Yes.
Make a persuasion check.
I would like to make an insight check on,
Yeah,
on
make
that
an
stuff.
insight
See
check
how
as they're-
serious they are about killing demons.
Yeah, make an insight check as they
Ah,
make her.
shit.
We're doing what now? Persuasion?
Persuasion.
Okay. Oh,
Yes.
Turgan sounds like he's full of shit, but Gurpin seems believable.
Yeah.
What
Right.
do you believe?
If you say so. But whatever. If you three wish to get yourselves killed in that fucking hellhole, go ahead.
Okay.
Ah, so there is something dangerous going on inside the city.
Well, if you say an entire city full of demons is dangerous, then I would agree.
Oh
fiends! And I
my.
whip out both of my scimitars and just
At that, the sentinels out the can't. Outside the tent have rushed in, weapons drawn.
So
points
those
me in the
demons-
direction of the health spawn.
Lieutenant, the officer lowers his hand and motions them to go back outside. Yes, it happened about a week ago. Just overnight, these hell spawn appeared out of nowhere and have taken over the whole city.
Where is their
I'm
point
curious.
of entry? Where did they come from?
We don't know.
Heart.
That's the thing. Like I said, it happened overnight. I was able to rally the town guard and get Imperial reinforcements to lock the city down. But since then, nothing has left. I'm assuming all the citizens are dead.
Gurpin is slowly winding down.
Which comes to what I need you
Gotcha.
three for. If you want to take on this suicidal mission.
We shall.
No hesitation.
I look down at him. Let's hear if it's even possible first.
Well,
Does not matter. My life.
these
Does
two
not
seem pretty
matter.
gung-ho. But I'm not going to ask you to kill an entire city of demons. It's not what I want. By all means, kill as many as you can. Makes my job easier. What I need you three to do is find and hopefully recover, if they're still alive, an individual within the city.
Who would this be?
He's a very important asset to the Imperial Army. A dwarf named Gorfet Runecarver. Not Runecarver, Runeborn.
Runeborn.
Is he evil?
He works for us.
Insight check.
Okay, roll an insight check. 14. He is telling the truth. The dwarf works for him, the army.
And say if he was evil or not. I'll keep that in mind.
Well, to give you a little clarification on that, you asked, is he evil? And his response is, he works for us. So,
Yeah, that's true.
how you interpret the Imperial Army is
Yeah,
how you would interpret that.
of course.
He's answering like, of course he's not evil. He works for us, you moron. We're the good guys.
We're
But
like
how you
inquisitive.
interpret, your view on the Imperial Army is how
But he does
you
work
interpret
for
that
you.
answer.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Where would this man be?
Oh,
best place to look would be his workshop in the Craftsman district of the city.
I see. And you said earlier that you believed most of the citizenry to be dead by now. However, what abilities does this Gorfit possess that would lead you to believe he was still alive?
Well, it's only a hunch I have. That most people are dead. No one has attempted to flee or escape the city since we've locked it down. But Gorefoot is honestly, he's a genius in engineering and craftsmanship. He's quite valuable to us. I'm sure he has a few tricks he's cooked up in that workshop to keep him safe.
What area of the city is the Craftsman district?
It's on the west end of the city.
And above board DM, what side of the city are we currently on?
You're about southeast.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, if there's someone in danger, and you truly believe that we may be able to help him, and help you, help the city, then I will do this, I suppose, and I'll look down to the two halflings that are we. I'll do this.
I mean, we're still on your shoulders.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, you guys said you did a bunch of things, so I just assumed that you hopped off by now.
No, I just said I pulled out my short sword, my scimitars.
Oh yeah,
And
on my shoulders.
I'll look to my left and look to my right.
Yeah, you could tell Turgan is very tense, like almost flexing his tiny
Gerpin is
arms.
winding down. He's stowing his weapons as you guys are talking, because it's a search and rescue and not a slaughter mission.
If you have no more questions, the sentries can lead you to his apprentice. You can ask him some more questions. He's here in camp with us. I have more work to do.
An article of clothing would help.
What was your name?
I'm Lieutenant Bolvar.
Lieutenant Bolvar?
Yes.
And who did he say to talk to?
He said, follow the sentries. They'll take you to the craftsman's apprentice who's in camp. You can ask him more questions.
Very well. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to assist.
No, thank you. Either you find my craftsman, or you wind up dead and I didn't lose any men. It's only a win-win for me. That's all. You're excused. And he begins going back to what he was doing before. And as you walk out the tent, the other sentry, not the one you talked to before, tells you to follow him, and he begins leading you farther into the camp. Into a much less decorated tent. You see a young boy, probably in his mid to late teens, sitting in the tent.
Hello. I am Rcon. We've
Hello.
been sent by the lieutenant to speak with you.
Why is that?
He intends to have us rescue your master, Gorfit, Runeborn.
And this his entire demeanor changes. He jumps up, runs up to you. Really? You're gonna save him?
Yes, we are going to try.
Come in. And he ushers you into this tiny little tent. Thankfully, you have 2 halflings with you. Probably wouldn't be enough room otherwise.
I hop down, and then I start sniffing around for anything that doesn't smell like the person currently in there.
Okay, make a perception check. Both of you make perception checks. You fucking dogs. Okay, everything in the tent that you're able to separate from the mixture of smells in the camp all are giving you off the scent of the boy.
Tell me, apprentice, what is your name?
My name's Jason. But you guys are really gonna save my boss?
Yes, we are going to try, as I said. I can make no promise, but if there are any who can find Gorfit, it will be us.
That's great.
How confident on that are you?
Oh, I say I am silver tonguing this guy's asshole right now.
Are you lying to him, or do you actually mean what you say?
I mean,
Does Rcon believe that the 2 halflings are actually going to be able to
I
help him?
believe that Rcon is the best one. I'm
Okay.
not really even referring to those two.
Okay.
But seeing as they're here with me, I am just using my charms to sort of let him know that, his master's in good hands.
Well, you've had this guy hook, line, sinker the second you said you were going to go save his master.
Hey, is
Yeah.
there anything at eye level that is shiny or catch my eye?
Make an investigation check.
Oh.
You 11. You see off in the corner in a chest that's kind of open, the glints of metal.
Is there like a box I can roll around to try to stealth?
It's a very tiny tent. Like, there's really nowhere you can hide.
It's kind of just he has his attention on him, right?
Yeah.
You can certainly try.
Should I try to just sleight of hand it, or would that work without stealthing?
So what are you trying to do? You're trying to...
He's trying to pocket some stuff.
So, how big is this shiny thing?
It's hard to tell because you don't have dark vision, do you? Oh, correct.
I do. No, I don't.
Yeah. So it's,
Oh, no.
so just like the few flicks of light from the sunlight coming in, you can see metal in this chest, but it's partially open, so you really can't tell what's inside it. You can try to
Sneakily sleight of hand some stuff.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check. 18.
Oh.
And I'd imagine I've got this kid sort of enraptured by my
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be paying attention to
by my speech.
So as you reach in, Turgan, you grab around something metal,
Yes.
and you pull it out, and it seems to be a pair of goggles.
Oh.
I immediately put them on.
Okay. You have a pair of goggles on your face.
Yes. I come back and I try to get
So, we know that your
Griffin's attention
master
while they're
Gorfit
talking.
lives in the Craftsman district. Would you tell us a bit about his workshop so that we can recognize it? I am not a native of this land, and so I have not been to Deamore before this.
Of course, it's got a... What's that perception check for?
Trying to see if I notice Turgan trying to get my attention.
Yeah. Of course, it's
Sneakily make my way over while they're talking.
there's a large open space that connects with the building. It's a 2-story building, and you can easily see the fires from the forge. It's hard. It's a pretty hard building to miss.
Great.
Is there anything else I can do to help you? I mean, I'll do anything to increase the chances of getting them back.
Zip up. You have an extra pair of goggles for Gerpin here.
At this, he look
Oh,
and he sees the goggles. And what are you doing?
Clues.
what?
They're clues.
They're clues.
Those aren't clues.
Do you have an extra pair for Gerpin?
No, I don't. That is
You
one
have
of my inventions that I was working on.
What? I put them over my eyes. Anything happen?
Yeah, as you pull the goggles over your eyes, the room, dimly lit, lights up.
Oh, right. Pull them up.
Take them off immediately.
I mean,
This
are
would
you,
surely help us to find your master.
make a persuasion check.
Not good at those. Just kidding.
18. I mean, yeah, of course, if they're going to help you, take them.
You don't have an extra pair for.
No, but I have other things, and he kind of pushes you out of the way, away from the chest, and he lifts it up, and now you can see there's like tools, what seems to be like arcane runes carved into stone, and he starts pulling stuff out. Well, I have those, and then where is it? And he starts shuffling, kind of throwing shit out. Ah, here it is. And he pulls out a lantern. I have this.
What is this?
This, if it's no ordinary lantern, and he sits it down, and it's kind of, it looks like a standard lantern, but except on the very front where the light comes out, it looks like an eye. This will allow you to see invisible things.
Oh, this would help us a lot in our journeys, as well as finding the master.
And then what else?
Really?
Yes.
It will reveal invisible things, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, I got that, the goggles, and then he pulls out, oh, and I got this. And he reaches down, he pulls out a small blue-looking gem. I have this as well.
Does that
What is this?
It can do a few things. It can light things up. It can light things really bright, so I guess you could blind people with it.
Ooh. You said you made these?
Yeah, these were just some of the inventions we worked in our workshop. Mostly mine, nothing close to what my master could do.
These inventions are great. Do not belittle yourself.
You see that he really appreciated that. Really?
Yes, these are
Being
quite
able-
wonderful. I'm like doing the thing when you get new glasses where you're like comparing the difference between on and off.
Putting them on and off.
Yeah, so it's like dark. It goes like from gray and
to
black.
bright.
Yeah, gray and black to dark again, gray and black to dark. So, yeah, I mean, if these can help you guys find them, take them.
Well,
You
that
go,
is
try to grab them.
much appreciated.
I'm not Turrigan.
I think I'm gonna
Did we
grab
each get
the-
one?
I think I'm gonna grab the gem thing.
Okay, so
And
But
the
Archon-
Is it,
lantern.
is it basically a flashbang?
so you
Pretty
grab
much.
Archon, you
Seems like-
take the gem. So you want taking anything else?
I'll take the lantern.
Okay, and
What
I'm
is it?
assuming Chargin, you're taking the goggles.
Yeah, no, I already got them in my inventory.
Okay, so obviously Chargin, you have goggles of night now.
Yep, I already got it.
Gerpin, you have a lantern of revealing.
Lantern of revealing.
While lit, the hooded lantern burns for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil. shedding bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they're in the lantern's bright light. You can use an action to lower the hood, reducing the light to dim light in a 5-foot radius.
Why is this thing not loading? What
And
the
then
fuck?
Rcon, you have a Gem of Brightness. This prism has 50 charges. While you're holding it, you can use an action to speak one of 3 command words to cause one of the following effects. The first word causes the gem to shed bright light in a 30-foot radius or dim light for an additional 30 feet. The effect doesn't expend a charge. It lasts until you use a bonus action to repeat the command word or until you use another function of the gem. The second one expends 1 charge and causes the gem to fire a brilliant beam of light at one creature you can see within 60 feet of you. The creature must succeed on a DC 15 con save or become blinded for 1 minute. The creature can repeat the save on the end of each turn. The third command word expends 5 charges, causing the gem to flare with blinding light in a 30-foot cone originating from it. Each creature in the cone must make the save if struck by the beam created with the second command word. When all the gem's charges are expended, the gem becomes a non-magical jewel worth 50 gold.
Okay. Okay, so the second command word is a beam of light at one creature within 60 feet. The third command word
Turns it into a cone.
turns it into a 30-foot cone.
How large is this thing?
The first command word does not expend a charge. The second expends 1. The third expands 5. And you have 50 charges.
How tall is that? Or how big is the lantern?
It's the size of a normal lantern.
Which is about what?
I don't fucking know. The size of a normal lantern.
Bigger than us is what it
It's
says.
Only a
pretty-
foot and a half
it's-
tall.
It's pretty big on you.
Oh.
I hang it from the top of my backpack and it hangs down my back.
Yeah.
Jason, what is the command word for activating this?
1 second. And he gets some paper and he writes down the command words. Don't say it out loud.
Yes, of course.
And then whatever you want the command words to be were written on that paper.
Flash out.
I want to shake the lantern to see if it has oil in it.
You hear the slishing of oil.
I nod.
It's a good sound.
What?
So that's a good sound.
Shake some more.
Nice. Well,
Is there anything else you can tell us about Gorfet that might be helpful? Does he have a secret laboratory, something where he may have hidden?
Secret labs? No. Nothing like that. There are...
But
it's a
it's-
lot.
someone told me once at some point that all scientists have a sublab. A lab perhaps below their other lab.
And whoever told
you.
you that is clearly not a scientist.
that's a good idea. I like
And
the
I
way you
mean,
think.
it's a little racist to assume a dwarf would have a underground lab, but that's neither here nor there.
That was not my intention.
I mean, he does... There's no telling all the shit he had in that workshop that he was making for the Empire. I'm sure there's plenty of things he could use in there to keep himself safe. I was off delivering a new shipment of equipment to them. So when I came back, the whole city was on lockdown, and they're saying demons have flooded the city?
That is what we heard, yes.
And they won't let me go in there and look for him. They say I'm too valuable. If he's dead, I'm all they got, apparently. So they've kept me locked up basically in this tent this whole time.
We would not want to put you in any further danger. So
No.
leave this to us.
I mean, and if you can find him, consider those things your guys's. That's all I can really offer you. I don't have much money to pay you.
This is quite enough.
I mean, only a small favor I would ask, kind of keep notes on how well these things work, and if we ever see each other again, you can tell me what needs improved on them.
Well,
If you
I
don't die
do
in there, of
certainly
course.
hope.
The
I do
tiniest of
certainly
thumbs up.
hope that we may be able to return these to you at some point. We will find Gorfit, and I pray that he is still alive for us to find.
I wish you all the luck in the world.
Well, we should be off then.
Up.
At that, we hop back up to your shoulders,
Yeah.
jumping the full however tall you are up to your shoulder.
And as we
Yeah,
turn
we-
around to leave, I will cast a message in Jason's mind
Oh,
that will say, "Trust this man. Your master shall be returned to you." As I walk away.
no idea. Our vertical leap is 7 feet. Just
Easily.
heads up.
Right.
Easy enough. You guys can hop right back on his
You're like
shoulders.
fucking fleas.
Like
Yeah.
I flinch slightly as that happens, but I maintain my candor.
Yeah, I jump at him, so I'm looking at his back. So when I spin around, the lantern rubs up against his face and over the top of his head. I settle back down.
And as you make your way out, the sentry leads you back towards the front gate of the city, close to where the officer's tent was. And as you're approaching, you hear a wait. And the lieutenant comes back out, and he holds out a piece of paper.
I'll reach out.
You take it, and it seems to have his name signatured on it and a seal of the Imperial Eagle stamped onto it. That will get you through the checkpoint.
Excellent. Thank you, Lieutenant Bolvar.
Good luck.
I pray that we do not need luck.
You have plenty of luck with both of us. Don't you know
That's true.
halflings are lucky?
This is very true.
You just say Lieutenant shakes his head. Halflings, and he walks back in to the tent. The sentry that was escorting you returns to his post outside of the tent, and in front of you, about 30 feet, is the gates to the city.
Well, it seems it's time to enter.
Would you like to pregame? I do have a little bit of ale, if you'd like.
Pre-game.
But before we go into combat, we like to, just ease our minds, increase our bravery, if you'd like to say.
'Tis a Gurpin Turgan tradition.
Yes.
You're going to
just drink a little
partake
bit.
of alcohol.
Just a little. And I'll take a flask out and take a decent slurp and pass it to Gurpin.
I
I
immediately
will
do the same, and then I hand it down to you.
I will pass, thank you. I need only my own prayer. And I'll cast guidance on myself as I mentally prepare for entering the city.
Okay, you approach.
I kind of shrug and hand it back to Turgan.
You approach, and you see a checkpoint about 20 or so guards. Fully ready barricades all around the front gate.
I will have the seal in hand, and I will keep it in front of me as I approach.
One of them notices your approach, walks over and takes the paper from you, skims through it. All right. Your funeral, I guess. He pulls off a horn on the side of his belt, blows into it, and about a few seconds later, you start seeing the gates begin opening. Well, hurry up. Need to close it behind you.
All right, now walk in.
You make your way in, and as soon as you're past the gates, you hear the horn blow again, and then the gate shuts.
All right, and I'd also like to say that my little message thing, I feel as though that it would be it would likely work on a lot of people because this is a low magic universe, so things like this would not be normal.
Yeah.
And so
Not many people get
to,
whispers in their head
I just
on a daily basis.
I just wanted to say that, but it's all right with everybody if we could take a short
Nope.
break.
This was where I was going to have you take a break anyway, because I need to piss. As you have entered
I need to...
the city in front of you.
Is it burning?
We'll get to that.
What
We'll
does it
get
smell
back.
like?
All right. Well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna order some food.
Same. I'll say upon entering the city, I'll jump down and get into kind of a ready stance, looking around.
Yes, and I'll motion for you both to do so. I'll say, that was fine out there, but in here I think we should be a bit more ready.
Say, like, what's your passive insight?
Ooh.
Not you, Gerpin. I know you.
My passive insight's 15.
I'd say they'd probably notice our eyes change a little bit, right? Knowing demons and stuff are near. That black focuses in. You see like
Yeah.
a reddish orange color to the eye with the pupils. Almost animal like.
Yeah, their demeanor completely shifts.
Seeing
Archon.
that,
Time
mine
to hunt.
will as well, and you'll both easily be able to notice a tinge of golden light escaping my irises
Ugh.
as I focus. And so looking around, what's the state of affairs in the city right now?
Roll a perception check. You look
Well,
around.
I was guided.
Yeah, you were.
I also.
11
Yeah.
this time.
You look around. Everything looks normal.
I'll sniff for.
Yeah,
Like,
take a
I know
deep
the
breath in.
smell of that sulfur charcoal like smell that comes from them, right?
Yeah, we'll get to your guys' in a second. You look around. Everything seems normal. There's no damage. Nothing's on fire. No bodies. The only odd thing
Oof.
is the silence.
Oh, whoops.
It is quiet.
Too quiet.
And you guys are looking for what?
I'm sniffing for the demonic scent of sulfur and charcoal like smells.
Mm-hmm.
The distinct smells of demons and
You sniff out for this, and you catch the hint of it all around, but it's not the same as you're used to. It's like it's muddied somehow, lessened. But there's like the faintest hit of it in the air, all around you.
how does that lantern of yours work? Something's off. I can smell them, but something's something strange about it. Can your lantern scan out in areas to try to see things hiding?
I take the lantern and I light it, I guess.
Okay. And what are you going to do with it?
I'm gonna start walking around with it out, just scanning it down hallway or down alleyways
And simultaneously, I'm going to have Cupid turn himself invisible and sort of fly up above the buildings and kind of start looking around for anything.
Okay. With the sunlight pointing out, Gerpin, it's kind of hard to navigate until you start pointing in the dark alleyways. But you're pointing around, and you're sure, hey, was this kid Ron? Does this thing not work? Because you don't see anything. Roll a perception check for your familiar.
Okay. Let me see what its perception is. Okay.
From what I understand, the lantern doesn't look like it's in a cone.
Okay, it just has a +1, so 20 +1.
Let me look. What does it say again? Is it a cone or is it a radius? I can't remember.
It says radius.
So it's a radius around where you light it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the same thing, though, as you go down alleyways and everywhere. You don't see anything.
It's just not what I would expect, considering it has an eyeball.
Yeah.
Where it looks like the light
But
would
it's
come out
magic, so.
of.
19? The same order of things Cupid sees. There's like no damage anywhere, no signs of a struggle. Like a horde of demons rose up out of nowhere and attacked the city. There's no bodies, there's no damage. But the same thing. Nothing. It's quiet.
I'll call Cupid back to me.
Okay.
And
He returns and lands on your shoulder.
I'll say quietly aloud to everyone. You don't think they would be lying to us? This does not look like a city assaulted by demons.
And Gurpin, funnily enough, as you're thinking, does this thing even work? As Cupid returns and lands on Rcon's shoulder, he's revealed. Just out of nowhere.
Look at that.
Huh. So it appears that does work, meaning that there truly is nothing here yet. Well, let's keep our wits about us and make our way towards the Craftsman district.
Right.
I believe I should save this oil for a little longer. I guess I somehow snuff out the light.
Yeah, it's easy enough. Just snuff it out.
Yep. And go and investigate some of the,
Start walking towards the west side of the city.
yeah.
And what's the marching order?
Keeping our eyes out. I'm actually gonna somewhat lead the group, but I'm gonna send Cupid out in front of me, invisible, about 30 feet in front of us, to kind of keep an eye out for anything that might be in front of us, and Cupid will be very stealthy.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for Cupid.
Okay, get advantage, right? Because he's
Invisible.
invisible.
Yeah. And he's flying, so it's not like he's going to make a lot of noise.
Yeah. So 15.
Okay. So, Rcon's about how far in front of you? The rest of them?
I'm not sure what Cody'd want to do. Or Turrigan. Kind of be walking down both sides of the alleyway, probably.
Well, you guys are
how
in the middle of a street right now. You're not in the alleyway.
how wide is the street?
It's about like 20 across.
20 across.
We're just making our way downtown.
Probably
Walking
about
fast.
5 feet away from the sides.
Okay.
And then just walking down both sides, trying to keep ears and nose occupied with trying to determine any unfamiliar sense. Because we've already determined that the demon smell is everywhere. Right?
Yeah, so, we have Cupid 30 feet in front of Rcon. Rcon leading. And then you guys, what, like, how far?
We'd probably be about 10 feet behind and then out to the sides, 5 feet away from the sides.
Okay. You guys being quiet, or are you just walking?
I think, I'm pretty sure both the blood hunters would be trying to be quiet.
Just remember, it's roughly towards midday, and you are out in the open street.
Yeah. Just trying to keep the noise down.
Okay. And roll stealth checks.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll try to stay as quiet as possible myself as well.
Okay.
Rolling good.
Cody said he'd be back. He's got a +8 to his stealth.
Yeah.
I mean, you are the same person, right? You could just roll for him and then just add an extra.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Because you're lucky to roll a natural 1 for him.
Probably. Well, and as a halfling, I'd roll again and probably get like a 5. I think the first stealth roll that I... No, it wasn't stealth. It was the first perception roll that I rolled. I had 2 2s.
Well, anyway, we'll just... You guys would succeed. There's only one way you could fail. And he's a halfling, so that doesn't happen.
Right.
So you're all moving in quietly. About an hour goes by as you're getting deeper and deeper into the city. Rcon, you hear a pain in your head. And you hear
So
the
this
voice.
is a massive city.
It's a pretty large city.
Okay.
You hear a voice in your head, Rcon, and it's Cupid. I see it. It's up ahead.
Excellent. Anything around it?
No, it's quiet, just like everything else.
Okay. Return back to me.
It just pops right back on your shoulder.
Then start moving towards that direction then. Since we're so close to the workshop.
About another 10 minutes go by and you come into view. And just as Jason described, you see a 2-story building and a stone wall coming down in the front, which you can assume was the open area he talked about. And the building kind of extending along the side of that on one end.
Anything strange about the building?
Roll a perception check. 23?
Yep, 23.
No. The only strange thing about it, just like the rest of the city, it's no visible damage anywhere. And not a soul around. It's quiet.
Am I near a building right now?
Should be near the...
Yeah, there's buildings on either side of the road.
I would like to walk up to the nearest building and sort of put my hand on it. Sort of run my hand across any wood or stone or anything.
Okay.
And see if it feels as it looks.
Yeah, you put your hand right onto it. And feels like a building. You touch stone, feels like stone. You touch wood,
No
it feels
cracks or breaks
No.
that aren't perceived.
like... And if there is, it seems like it's so minute it's probably just of age of the building. It doesn't look like any building has been physically damaged in recent time.
I turn back to Gurpin.
Gurpin Turgan.
I must admit, becoming a bit nervous that we're being led astray. But for what reason, I cannot determine. What is going on here? In your travels, have you seen anything like this? In
Would I
my
have?
experience, demons, although crafty, often leave destruction in their wake. There's nothing like that here.
Would I know anything about demon incursions that are set up this way?
Go ahead and roll a Arcana or History check. You would have advantage, because this involves some of your favorite prey.
Yeah. Ooh, 18.
Ooh!
It's
Okay.
Sorry
natural
about-
20.
Sorry about that.
Well, nothing's happened. The mysteries continue.
I will consider forgiving you.
What happened? Jesus.
You got a
Nothing.
natural 20.
So, okay. Gerpin, with that roll, yeah, you recall this is strange in regard to demons. Demons would run amok, chaos, destruction in their path. Devils, on the other hand, are much more subtle. So this could possibly be the work of devils if this is fiends at work, like the lieutenant claimed.
At
And
this,
you would know
Gerpin-
that you're teaching, and especially with a natural 20, you would know the difference between a demon and a devil.
yeah.
Demons
So,
are chaos incarnate, devils are more structured order. They're the ones that have the reputation of a deal maker.
Yeah.
Where if people sell their souls, it's to a devil, it's never to a demon.
Okay. And Gerpin gets uncharacteristically serious.
What's the matter?
Relaying this information.
No.
I believe the lieutenant was incorrect in his assumption. I believe if we are dealing with fiends of any kind, we'd be dealing with devils.
It makes sense.
Ah, yes. Quite the distinction. However, in my experience, many people make the mistake of thinking they're the same thing.
Yes. And judging by typically how they are perceived to be deal makers, I think someone let them in.
Let's hope it's not our friend Gorfit Runeborn who did such a thing.
It is just an assumption, but one that tends to be true in
When
these types of scenarios.
demons, or when devils work, do they normally work alone? Would there be many? I have not seen a large number of devils working together all at once myself.
Typically, they're in smaller contingents if they do work in
Yeah,
groups.
with that roll, Gerpin, you would know mostly devils prefer to work alone.
Mm-hmm.
But when the necessity calls, especially if it's an order for one of the archdevils, which you would know are the rulers of the hells,
Yeah.
if it's to one of their bidding, then yes, devils would come into large groups.
Okay. It would require an archdemon.
Archdevil.
Did the lieutenant not state that there were many? That there were hundreds, if not thousands, of these creatures that he spoke of?
And this city has a much greater problem than demons. If an archdevil has decided to target it.
That is concerning, to say the least, my friend. Oh, this does not forebode well. I am confident in my own ability. And you two have proven to me already that you are much more skilled than you look. But the three of us, and at this, Cupid will he's still on my shoulder, will kind of hit me across the chin. Oh, the four of us.
Yeah, don't forget
I
me.
do not believe that we could take on an archdevil, or even the lieutenant of an archdevil.
It takes a lot to bring an archdevil in here. I would know that, right? Or to the world.
You would also know, Gerpin, that even if you managed to beat it, you didn't kill it. You'd have to go to the hells itself. And that Rcon, you would know from your own experiences that the archdevil is pretty much on par with archangels.
Mm-hmm.
And they're mirrors of each other. There are 7 archdevils, there are 7 archangels. And they're basically on par with one another.
My friends, let us hope that we are incorrect. Perhaps this is simply the work of a rogue demon, or a rogue devil.
I hope it's true. But I don't think even the whole Order can take on an Archdevil.
At least not a single branch.
No.
We would have
This
to
is
involve
quite...
the others.
Yes, this is quite concerning.
Well, shall we at least try to find Gorfit, then?
Yes. Should we try to be quiet and stick to the shadows, or how good are you at that?
I'm gonna
Archon?
go ahead while they're talking and try the handle and see if it turns or if it's locked.
Well, I'm going
Right.
to...
You guys haven't reached the workshop yet.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet. I'm going to say... Well, I have concerns that we may be being watched, or that our presence is known to whatever devil or other fiend might be here. That being said, I suppose it doesn't hurt, and I'll cast guidance on myself and try to stick to the shadows the best that I can as we move towards the workshop.
Yeah, just keep in mind, you are still, it's about midday on a road. You can try to limit that, but
We're going to try to stay close to buildings and sort of like weave.
Just be quiet.
Take the long way if we
Mhm.
think it'll keep us out of sight more.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
Roll another
Or-
round of self-checks.
So it's more like a off the beaten path, staying quiet type stealth.
Yeah.
And for shits and giggles, I'll throw my guidance in there.
Okay.
Okay, so 24 for me.
I need...
Nice.
And a net. Wow, we all rolled like really well.
25, 24, 27.
Yeah, no issues. Quiet as mouses. You guys cling to the shadows of the buildings the best you can. You're pretty confident that if something's watching you, you've probably given it the slip.
The
And-
two halflings that are somehow like disappearing behind things that you can't normally hide behind.
Yeah, Archon, you notice it's almost predatory in the way they begin stalking.
And I just follow their lead, which results in, something very close.
And eventually you guys make your way to the workshop.
Is there just a singular door? Or does it
Yeah,
appear like there's a back entrance? Or
There is... So as Jason said, there's a large open area, which is open. There's no gate or anything, and you can see carts and crates there. Probably materials being shipped in or shipped out to the army. And to the left of that, there's a door on the outside of the wall, and if you look inside, you can also see there's two more doors along that left side wall. And then right in front of you, you see another open door that leads into the building.
they're all open?
No, the three doors on your left are closed. The entrance to the open area, on both sides, there's like no door or gate. It's just
Okay.
open.
Okay. There's 3 doors on our left side.
Yeah. One on the outside of the wall, and then two on the left side inside that open area.
Okay. Tell me which one you think, and I might be able to pick a lock if need be. Quite good.
We both whip out thieves' tools.
Yeah.
Both halflings just whipping it out, I see.
Oh yeah.
Well, I suppose I'll lead the group towards the door.
Which door?
can see.
The one on outside of the wall, or one of the two on the inside of the wall?
Okay. I'm kind of retarded, and I have a really hard time visualizing based upon verbal words, so maybe somebody else should choose, because I'm not even sure what we're looking at here.
So there's a square open area, like there's carts, there's wagon crates.
One courtyard, basically.
It's basically, yeah, like a courtyard. You guys are standing in
Sure.
front of that
yeah,
entrance.
I get that part.
And then
Yeah,
to your
definitely.
immediate left, there's a door. And if you look inside, along
Inside
that
the-
same wall, there are two other doors. So there's a door outside the wall where you guys are at, and that entrance to the courtyard. And then inside, the courtyard, there are 2 more doors to the left, and another door on the far end of the courtyard that's not closed.
Not close. So the third one's open, but the first 2 closer to us are shut.
Yeah.
I don't think
I'm
we
gonna
need to go to the
I'm
wall.
gonna sneak over to the farthest door first and see if I hear anything coming out of it.
Which door? Inside the courtyard or outside?
I thought with the
Let's
way
stay out of
I'm
the
seeing it
courtyard.
outside the courtyard. Yeah.
You-
Let's
So
try the door on the outside of the courtyard. Come on, Griffin.
I'll just follow them.
You check for traps and let me know, and then I'll pick the lock.
You want me to check for traps? Sure.
Yes, I am not smart.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Look around for clues. Fey, fiend, or undead.
You do
We're looking
not.
for traps.
Yeah, you're
so it's
looking for
not.
traps.
Normal roll. Why is it doing this? Stop being silly.
So it does that to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
10. Yeah, you're looking for. You don't see anything, and as you're like fiddling around the door,
Shit, +8. My God.
Yeah.
it just you hear creak as the door opens.
Did you do that, Griffin?
Yes, for clarity, as you're fiddling with the door, you're kind of twisting the knob. The door just opened.
So where does this door lead? Is my question.
Yeah, as you open the door, you see a bookshelf on the far wall, some tables with books and notes strung about it. It seems to be kind of like a study or a basically where the craftsmen like draw up designs and come up with ideas. Kind of works as a dining area as well.
This is separate from the rest of the workshop.
No. When you enter the room, on the right wall towards the back, there's another door. And on the back wall, right across from you, is another door as well.
I will immediately try to stealth up to the door to look down that hallway, the door to the back.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
I'll get on all fours and waddle over there.
Okay, what's everyone else doing?
I mean,
I'm gonna be definitely listening to see if I hear anything moving around.
Okay, roll a
I guess
perception
I'll
check.
enter. I guess I'll enter the building as well. And I'll send Cupid off to help Turgan with his check.
Yeah, I'm gonna creep around that door frame and look down it to see if anything
Well, there's no.
is coming.
Both doors are closed. Are you going to the
Who's
door
there?
on the far wall, right across from you,
So
or are you
you
going to the
said-
door to your right?
To my right.
Okay. And you're trying to open it?
I will investigate first.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Traps.
All right.
See if I see any
And
wires
keep-
or
help.
switches or.
Help him
Yeah.
look.
So you have advantage because you feel a little weight on your shoulder. It's like, no, you idiot. Over here. Look there. No.
Well, I am glad he did that. Thank you.
I mean, your first roll was the 19, so.
Yeah, the first roll
Yeah,
is
that's true.
19.
Yeah, there
So-
doesn't seem to be any traps.
And I'd
I would-
sneak over to the other door and kind of listen through.
Okay, roll a stealth check and a perception check.
I will try to quietly open this door just a little bit to look down.
And
Okay.
for reference, I am kind of keeping my eye on where we entered.
All right.
That way, nothing comes in behind us
Okay.
without our knowledge.
Turgan, you silently open the door, peek out, and it leads out to that courtyard you were just looking at before.
Okay.
Gurpin, you place your ear to this door. Nothing. No noises.
Nothing. Okay, then I'd investigate for traps.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Normal roll.
Same thing. Just looks like a door.
Alright, and check the knob.
Okay.
Open it slowly
Okay. You,
if it's unlocked.
yeah, you open it. You peek in. This room seems to be kind of like a storage room. But you don't have dark vision, do you?
No.
So it's kind of hard for you to see. You just see like the shapes of boxes.
Okay. Let's see. Hang on.
I'll see Gerpin struggling, and
Mhm.
I'll move to look into the room.
Okay. Archon, you look
Yeah.
into the room, and yeah, this appears to be a storage area. Just boxes and crates.
Any of them open?
Yeah, you look inside some of the open ones, and there seems to be like scrolls, hammers, just mundane equipment that a craftsman would use.
Okay, but no other entrances or exits.
No, this room is a dead end.
Heck.
Okay, so what do
There's
you guys
no
do?
other doors in this.
To this
room.
section you guys are at, except the one Turgan looked out, which leads back into the courtyard.
Right, so that brings up my question, which is this is like an outbuilding that is separate from the rest of the workshop.
So
Is that, am I visualizing this correctly?
They're
it's connected
It's
by the
connected.
courtyard, right?
it's
Yeah.
if it's connected with the courtyard, and from the angle you guys were, it looks like it is connected to the actual workshop itself as well. Like
It's
it's
the
all
same building.
one building.
But this is like a separate portion of it that it's
Mhm.
not. You can't get into the main workshop from this.
Correct.
Okay.
Check.
I'm gonna look around for any like, trapdoors, secret entrances, things that might something that an engineer, a skilled craftsman might use to, escape.
I'm gonna
that.
step into that dark room and pull out one of my short swords
Mm-hmm.
or my scimitars.
The magic word.
It just says that in darkness.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, Archon, as you're starting to look through, roll me an investigation check, but as you're looking, the room just suddenly begins to light up. And you look back and you see Gerpin has pulled out one of his scimitars, and it's giving off this faint moonlight light off of it.
Don't have dark vision. Need some light. And I'll start investigating the room.
Okay, so what are you looking for?
Since I notice all the boxes and stuff after the room lights up a bit. Notice that there's no connecting doors. I'm also going to start looking around for any hidden entrances.
Okay, so you both either can roll separately, or you can do it with advantage.
Well, I'm not looking in the storage room. I'm looking in the first room that we entered.
Oh, you're looking in like the study.
Yeah, I'm not worried
I'm
about the
checking.
storage room.
Okay.
I'm checking the storage room.
I would also like to look for any type of blueprints of the building that we're going to be entering. See if I can find something like that.
Which room are you
Oh, yeah,
in?
in the study. In the study.
Okay, so
Okay.
all three of
Mine's
you
a
roll
straight
investigations.
And I'm going to say a little prayer beforehand. It's... Okay, 19 for me.
19.
19
Gerpin got
for
a 19
Gerpin.
as well.
I got a 9.
That plus 8 is nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's very good.
Turgan, you're looking around and you're seeing like schematics for hammers, carts. Nothing, like no building outlays. And this guy was supposed to be making weapons and other equipment for the army. You don't find any of those either. Archon, you look around. There doesn't seem to be any exits. And you're like, that's strange. And then you just lean against the wall and you hear a click. And a small section of the wall opens up. And inside is like a box. In the little cubby that's opened up.
How big is this like thing that opened up?
It's like a small little hole, like probably like 2 feet tall, 3 feet wide. And there seems to be a box.
It's
Satan.
taller than us.
Okay, I'll open the box.
We could walk in there.
You try to open it, won't open.
Does there appear to be a lock
Yes.
or anything on the box?
God dang.
Um,
I'm
Look
in
what
the
I
study
found.
with you. Ah,
What did I
Try to-
did
I
did
try to
find
open
in
it.
the storage room?
Notice it's locked.
Yes, it appears to be locked.
Yeah. While they're fiddling with that, Garp,
Yeah.
Ben, you rolled a 19,
Yep.
and you were looking for
Okay.
exits.
Any type of hidden entrances or
No, nothing.
hidden switches? Nothing. All right. Then
I'm gonna I'm gonna check for traps on this box. If I see any.
Okay. Roll an investigation
do,
check.
do I notice him doing that?
You were busy. You were
Yeah.
investigating this room while he's doing this.
I got fast hands.
18. It doesn't appear to be trapped.
Okay, then I'm gonna try to pick it.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check. Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
Yes.
Then add your
You can
proficiency.
actually roll it through the thieves' tools.
Yeah, really. That's
Oh.
cool.
Yeah.
Good
These
to know.
tools.
If you have
Use
thieves'
tool,
tools
yeah.
in your inventory, yeah.
Select ability, dexterity,
I just need to add those.
proficiency, these tools. 21.
Yeah, easy. You put the tumblers in, move it around, and here, click. You open up the box, and there seem to be papers in there.
Gun. I give it back to you.
Papers. I'll take the papers out. What are...
See, now you see what the lieutenant was talking about. These are schematics, plans for different types of weapons, siege engines. You see what appears to be a massive cannon.
Would we know what a cannon is?
You would have seen them mostly on ships, never any
Okay.
land-based
Landlocked.
ones. Yeah.
On carts, basically.
Or if you have seen them, they would be fixed in one position and cannot be moved. This one seems like it can be moved.
I wasn't sure if the gunpowder was a thing.
It's in its very early stages.
Okay.
Anything that catches my eye in particular other than the cannon?
Now, you do see, as you're going, there does seem to be actually a floor layout of the workshop.
Why is that +5, +3?
Ah. This might be helpful.
What is it? I can't see.
I'll begin to... I will bend down,
Yes.
and I'll... Is it
Before-
dark in here?
When
No, there's torches
Okay.
burning.
All right. Just bend down and show the schematics to Turgan.
you'd have been
I
really far down.
believe.
Look at this one. This one
We're only a
seems
foot
to
and a
be
half
of the
tall.
workshop.
And what it shows the courtyard and the two rooms that you are. And on the other side of the wall of the room, of the storage room, is another room that connects with the workshop. And the workshop, the actual forge and workshop area seems to be what leads in that other door that you saw on the other end of the courtyard.
Closed the other closed one or the open one?
Now, the open one's the workshop. The other closed one is a room that connects with the workshop.
So you're saying that the storage room is connected to another room?
There's another
Along
room
the
on
wall?
the other side of the wall of the storage
Okay.
room.
Does it indicate any sort of
Opening to get in there.
open, like
Yeah, there's a door in the
passage?
there's a door in the courtyard that leads to that room.
Probably the one that we didn't go to.
Okay. Well, that's what I meant. Is like what I was asking was if the schematics indicated any sort of like special way to get into that room from the storage room.
No, there's like no hidden.
And then do I take
Patterns.
note of any sort of like marking, like where this secret box was on the map?
Yeah, you see that like scribbled like on notes is put hidden compartment here. Put hidden compartment here. And it seems like some have been scratched out, some have been moved. It seems like as he was planning the layout of this place, he was thinking of places he could put sensitive things, like his schematics.
Well, These do seem like very important documents. I think that perhaps, just in case Gorfitz has met his demise, that we should hang on to these and give them to the lieutenant, or at the very least, Jason, once we have left this place.
Excellent.
Like, do any of these look like, I don't know, incredibly unethical?
Oh, the
Or-
designs.
I mean, unethical in the sense of weapons of war. Could be. As
Like,
ethical as that could be.
Are there any things that look so incredibly
Like weapons, like a mana bomb or a nuke? No. These all seem like conventional weaponry,
okay?
but progressing.
So nothing really that would
Like,
make
for
me say,
example, the
"Whoa."
cannon one, that's clearly he is working on how to implement cannon technology in land or siege battles.
Gotcha.
Or,
This isn't Rcon saying this, but this is Tyler saying this. It's very interesting. You know, like in fantasy universes where they don't have like metallurgy down, but they have things that can reveal invisible entities and create light out of nothingness and all this other stuff. It's pretty cool.
Magic.
But I think we should hold on to these.
You said the box was how big?
it's just like a little handheld lockbox that you can stuff papers in. Probably
Is
no.
the lockbox itself like big, like small enough to carry on your person?
Yeah, if you got a backpack, you could probably fit it in
Yeah.
there.
Okay, so I'll put the
we
papers.
probably couldn't.
Yeah, probably you two can't.
Yeah, I will leave out the map basically,
Mm-hmm.
the floor layout, but I'll put everything else back. Put it in the lockbox. I won't lock it back though. I'll put it in my backpack.
Okay. So, what are you guys gonna do now?
We found everything we could. I'd say we investigate the next door.
You're right. Roll out.
So, you guys are you going into the forge or that other room?
Well, Archon, what do you think? Forge or other room?
His stoicism knows no bounds.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to go into the forge or the other room?
Probably the other room. I don't know what the forge would have.
Then onward. I will go on all fours and stealth again. Try to sneak.
Roll stealth checks.
Stick to the shadows. Ooh.
27.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Guidance. 18.
Nice.
So, as you sleuth over, Turgan, Archon,
Yes.
quiet as mouse again. Gerpin, you're kind of falling behind. You kind of stumble a second and you knock a crate over. It makes a crash. You all freeze. A few moments go by. Nothing happens.
I go back over to make sure Gerpin's okay. What happened? Are you okay? Yeah, the crash. Come on.
My foot got caught.
We should have ate more. We'll
Okay.
scurry back over to the door.
Okay. You move over to the door.
You want to check for traps again?
Yeah.
I know that's your specialty.
Okay.
Check
Roll an
for
investigation check.
Jesus. 18.
Same thing as all the other doors. Just seems like a door.
Alright.
Is it locked?
Check the door knob opening.
This one won't open.
Ah! I hurry, get my tools out. Go over there. And try to pick it.
Roll a these tools.
Use tool, dexterity, proficiency, these tools. Fuck. That's
16.
still not bad.
Yeah, this one
you get a plus
takes
8?
you a little bit more work than the
Mhm.
lockbox, but eventually, you open it up. It is dark in here.
Goggles activate.
Okay, you
I
put
drop
your
my
goggles on,
goggles.
and you see on the far wall, you see a dwarf tied up and gagged.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I just went to a
Put my
slight
hand.
panic.
Put my hand on Turgan's shoulder. Put a finger to my lips and start listening. See if I hear anything other than the dwarf struggling.
Okay, roll a perception check. What are you doing, Rcon? This is happening.
And he sees in there. No, nice, natural 20 with a 24 right behind it.
Damn.
I'm gonna send Cupid up into the room, invisible.
Okay,
Kinda.
roll a stealth check for Cupid.
Mm-hmm. So keep in mind, invisible and flying.
He gets advantage.
And go shift. Oh fuck! Why did that happen?
What?
Ah. Fucking D&D Beyond.
You've got the option at the bottom right of the thing as well.
Yeah, I'll just roll. So that would be a D20 plus
Plus whatever, and then push that advantage button and then roll.
5. Okay, so 19.
He has advantage because he is invisible.
That gave
That
it
was
advantage,
advantage.
I think.
Oh, okay. So he flies into the
14
room
instead of
and
10.
he looks around and yeah, it's just the dwarf in there. But Gerpin,
Erpin.
you hear these heavy footfalls of metal. It sounds like metal on stone. And as you look around, you see coming from the forge this hulking metallic beast. I need everyone to roll for
I'll say.
initiative.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh,
12.
Hey!
How dare you roll dice privately? You don't trust us? Steel Predator. What is that?
So, okay, 12, 6, 19.
I am 12.
Okay, Turgan is 12.
I rolled pretty good for initiative, which doesn't usually
did.
happen.
I swear to
Yeah.
Zach, you're so lucky. It rolled a 24 on its stealth check. That natural.
Damn, dude.
Okay, Archon, what'd you get?
Technically, I wouldn't even needed that advantage because it would have been 24.
I know. But still. It rolled a.
I rolled good.
Real good.
Gerpin,
This couldn't walk in there.
Zach, what'd you get?
I got a 19 on initiative, if that's what you're asking me.
Yeah. Okay, 19. So,
I'm Turgan.
Gerpin, you're up first.
Turgan. Wait, is there a map or no?
Oh, yeah.
It's time to
Nice. Time to
bring
fight.
out the craziness. Come on, load.
Well, don't go too crazy yet, you know.
Don't go too crazy yet. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
First, I gotta give. Yeah, while you're doing that, vision, you have 60 feet. Is it 60 feet that gives you a 30?
I mean, look.
For what?
60 feet, dark vision.
Okay.
Me.
Oh, you. Okay.
wait, what room are we in right now?
Oh,
You are in
they
the
were- no.
courtyard.
Okay,
So this
is the
room right here
courtyard.
is where you just came out of. This is the
Well,
room
I
you
wouldn't have left there yet.
So
Like
you're
I sent.
right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the dwarf?
He is in this room.
This room.
No, this one.
This room. How
Oh
did
shit!
we-
So this thing was coming up behind us, man.
This thing was coming out of the forge.
The other room, yeah.
Gurpin stealth check is what alerted it, but his perception
Gurpin.
saved you guys from it sneaking up.
Oh my gosh. It's okay.
Should I?
You can do what you want, but I probably won't.
You probably won't. I mean, we can do it
Depends.
for an hour.
That is true. We can do that for an hour. It's up to you. It's up to you, Gurpin.
Sure.
It is
Here
an
is
action to do, I think, right?
That's a bonus action.
Ooh.
So, hearing this monstrosity come out of the hall over here,
Yes. It is a
whip
large, cat-like metallic creature. Spikes along its back and tail.
feel annoyed. Start growling. And then it start to pop and twitch. And I shift forms and become. I don't get any bigger, by the way.
Okay.
I just get I just get claws, fur sprouts all over my body. I look like a tiny feral dog, just covered in armor.
Yeah.
Is that an action?
Good
Or...
job.
No wonder you were active.
That's a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Bonus
So this
action.
is. I'll send you something, Tyler. This is what we look like. Let's give you a quick.
I have to go back in here
Nothing
and
here.
change it.
Just that.
Nice.
Yep. Weird. It's like popcorn, really. It's like pop,
All right, it's finally loaded up.
tiny
And,
salt.
And that happens for. And then I whip out one of my scimitars and pull out the hand crossbow for my dual fighter feat.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot a bolt at it. See if that does anything.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oof, that's probably not gonna hit.
That misses.
It misses. Alright. And since it misses, I'm gonna run forward. Oh, gotta use this one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35.
Okay.
And I try to hit it with my Moon Touch Scimitar that's in my other hand.
Okay, roll to hit.
Roll. Why didn't you roll? God damn it.
That misses.
Alright.
You take your bolt, you fire it, bounces off the armor plating. You run around it, try to flank it. You hit its back. Same thing in the armor. Just a glancing blow.
Alright.
Is that your turn?
That's all I can do.
Okay. It's now its turn. And it's going to look at you, Gurpin. And it's going to roar. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Oh, fuck you.
That's a fail. So you take 32 points of thunder damage. And you are stunned. You also drop your weapons.
Yikers. That's a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So your weapons are on the ground and you are stunned. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. And that's its turn.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Turgan, as you see Gurpin fight this thing, the blows glancing off it, it roars, and you just see Gurpin just kind of be shell-shocked and drop his... And you still hear the dwarf in the background screaming, What do you do?
seeing Gurpin in trouble, I ignore the dwarf's muffled screams.
Okay.
And I will. Now, I took the. What was it, the 2-weapon?
I believe you have moderately armored. It's your feat.
That's right, yeah.
He should have 2 since he is. If you took a second one.
I don't
I
think you
did
did.
not take a second one, I think.
Okay.
You did take the dual fighting style, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, but
Okay.
That doesn't help with drawing both weapons.
yeah, I don't draw both weapons at once, do I?
No.
That's a feature of
So,
the dual wielder
yeah.
feat.
So I will draw a single weapon, and as I draw it, I'll use a bonus action to do my Crimson Rite
Okay.
and do the Rite of the Flame.
And,
So I'll take 1d6 damage.
okay.
Just 1 damage. Sweet.
And what does that do?
So now it adds a 1d6 Hemocraft die upon every. It lasts as long as I have hold of that weapon, which hopefully I can.
It's a good thing I didn't activate that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I will run up to him
Okay. You get a
and make 2 attacks at him.
You don't get the +1 because he is stunned.
I know. But I will still make 2 attacks at him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh, by the way, it's a moon touched, so as I drew, you see I cut across my back, and blood catches fire as it lights upon the sword.
And as the moonlight filters through the sword, it kind of gives a blood moon effect. That misses.
Yeah. Okay, second attack.
You're not rolling well.
18?
That
we
misses.
Ooh.
18 misses?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I can't use my bonus action. No, I use my bonus action, and that'll be my turn.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Rcon, it's your turn.
Okay, so how far away is this dwarf from me?
Dwarf.
You are 25 feet away from the door.
Oh.
And the
Shouldn't that door
dwarf...
be open, by the way?
It's not open. There. Yeah, so you're 25 feet. Here, it'll be like 30
Can I
feet.
hear the dwarf from here?
He's making a lot of noise, and I'll say Cupid is telepathically telling you he's making noise.
Okay.
Because Cupid is in the room. Which, do I need to put something down for Cupid?
Okay. I misunderstood. So, the dwarf's not in this room.
No, he is
No.
in this room.
Okay, I would have been just outside this room that I sent Cupid into.
So you would have been...
I'm misunderstanding just a little bit.
So you'd be like right here?
He would have been like over here.
Yeah, you would have been right here, because
Probably,
they occupied these
yeah.
spaces.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, okay, and so...
I figured you were closer than that.
And can I, like, kind of... What's this dwarf trying to tell me? Tell us, I
You
guess.
can't really tell because he's gagged. He's just making
but yeah, but
noise.
Okay. But it sounds like he's trying to get our attention, at the very least.
You could have termed it that way.
Okay. Oh, God. But there's this thing right here. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a bonus action to hex this thing. The first
Okay.
level spell slot. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I
Okay,
wanted
what
to
are you
corrupt.
hexing?
Well, I'm hexing.
Yeah, but you get to give it
Push
disadvantage on...
Whiz.
Yeah.
I'll
Not saving
check.
throws. Remember that. It's not saving throws. It's
Yeah, I'll go
checks.
strength.
Checks.
I'll go strength.
Okay. So it has disadvantage on strength checks now.
Okay,
And you are concentrating.
Yes, I'm concentrating on that.
We'll use
And
this.
I'm going to
Oh.
use 2 sorcery points to quicken spell an Eldritch Blast. And then immediately... Oh wait, no, I don't need to do that. Because I already used my bonus action this turn. So I'll just use Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay.
So I'll just roll. I don't get advantage, but I'm just,
Okay.
so it rolls twice.
22,
Okay, first
that-
one's a 9, second one's a 22.
First one misses. Second one hits.
Okay,
Acceptable. That's good.
so that's
9.
9 force damage plus the hex damage.
Nice.
D6.
Oh, and I rolled. Okay,
Oh,
so
hey, there it is.
Okay,
So
so
9 force damage and 6 necrotic damage.
what does your Eldritch Blast look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my Eldritch Blast
Brass.
appears as my Eldritch Blast appears very similar to like a guiding bolt type deal, where it's a long tube of light energy, and it looks
Nice.
very much like a guiding bolt.
Okay, you see this beam of light smack into it. It hits it, and then you see light wraps around it. But as this light wraps around it, you see runes flare up all across the armor and carved into it. And the hex doesn't seem to do as much damage.
All right.
Necrotic.
Yeah, I wish that I could. Yeah, I wish I could flavor my hexes radiant, but there's no way to actually do that. So, okay, with my movement then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So am I right in front of the guy now?
Yeah, he's like right here.
Okay. So with my 30 feet of movement, I get right up to the guy. To the dwarf.
You just keep hearing.
Right. And then I will I need something for
Sure.
Cupid.
Forgot.
As I should have rolled for his initiative separately.
Yeah, but we play with the creature rules that it just takes its turn after yours. It just simplifies it. We'll use this because it uses the same fucking stat block.
Okay. Cupid is going to get 40 feet of flying movement, so he's gonna. Oh shoot! I don't have control.
I don't think I can give you control of this, so just tell me where you want to put him.
I want him to move into the room with them.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. Where at?
There's. I mean, you should at least be able to give me, like, vision, because I should be able to see through Cupid's senses.
Let's see. The thing is, it's not a character. This is a monster token. So, hold on. Let me make a separate character. We'll just do this, actually. Hold on. Actors. I will just make another you. There.
Okay. And I will move Cupid.
It was 15 feet to get here.
Yeah. 15 feet to get here. So I'll move Cupid up to this one is paralyzed.
Turkin.
This one is not.
This one's Gurpin, this one's Turkin.
I'm over here.
I'm gonna put.
How can you not tell?
We'll,
And Cupid will use the help action to help Turpin on his
we'll
next
put this on you for paralyzed.
attack.
Kurgan.
Oh, see, now I can't. Now I can't see the other one.
I don't know what you want me to do.
I mean, listen, bro. There's got to be a way. I mean, because
it's not a player. That's the issue.
Allegedly better than Roll20. There's got to be a way to do everything that you can do in Roll20.
How about this?
At the very least.
Can you still see out of both this way?
No, and in fact, I've lost the other one.
Well, click into the room.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, now I can.
Stop touching it, for fuck's sake.
I'm not touching anything.
Someone's touching it.
Not me.
So if I do this,
Yeah, I can see out of that, but I can't see my other character now. I can't even click on them to.
okay, if I make
Okay, now I have them both selected, but then when I move out of range.
I don't know. You're just gonna have to deal with it this way.
It is what it is, but maybe try to figure that out for next time. I don't know.
Well, I don't have that many summons. when we play, so never had to deal with it.
But yeah, I'm using help
Okay,
on Turpin.
is that your turn?
Yep.
Cupid's turn. Back to the top of round. Gurpin,
Yeah.
make a con save.
Con save.
Gurpin.
There we go.
Okay, you are no longer stunned.
Get your weapons. Or your claws, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say, both my hands are empty. You come to, so I just take the right hand of my claws, and take it across my shoulder, and I will also use my crimson right.
Okay, roll to hit.
Well, it hits me I take 5.
Well, roll to hit for your attack. Your claw. You get a +1 because you're flanking.
And
We get 2 attacks now. But you can't take the bonus attack because you used the bonus action already.
I can't use the bonus action, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we have 2 actions, remember? For level 8.
Yeah, I have 2 attack actions.
Yep, so
Do
roll to hit.
Hang on.
Reach
Do I
my
get to
thumb.
do...
Wait, you were able to break out of the paralyzation,
Yeah.
paralysis, and still get to
So,
attack?
it's
pretty
no
good.
action.
No.
because
You
it's-
don't. Nope. It's at the end of your turn.
Oh,
Good catch.
so I don't get to do anything.
So it's... But you are no longer stunned. So,
Okay.
it's your turn. Good catch. We roll to see if he gets that back. That didn't work on him. Okay, it does not. And it's
I don't
gonna...
think you have to tell us, but
It's for clarity. I don't want anyone claiming I'm cheating. All right, Gurpin, he's going to look at you. He's going to make 3 attacks.
Oh, no.
Okay, the first one is a 17 to hit.
It's
Okay. That was a bite attack, and now the next 2 are claws. 17 and 28.
they both, all 3 hit.
Okay, first one,
We got resistance to it, remember?
you
I know.
have 14 points.
7.
7.
How does it just say you have flat resistance?
Yes.
all
resistance
slashing,
to
piercing,
slashing,
and-
bludgeoning, and piercing.
I didn't know it
Yeah.
because for clarification, these weapons are magical, so I didn't know. But if it's like the
flat resistance.
yeah, it's like the barbarians. Okay.
Yeah.
So 7 piercing damage as it bites into your skin. And 23 on that one and 18 on that one.
23 reduced to 11.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Round down.
we round down. And 9
18.
on the second one.
Nice.
As it bites into your shoulder and takes its claws and rends you on both sides, your special blood seems to help you resist most of the damage. And that's its turn.
It's my turn.
Yep. Target, it is now your turn.
I will draw my other weapon. As I do, I'll slice it across my shoulder.
Okay, you have advantage
I'll
on the
act-
first hit.
Okay. But I'm going to activate my other sword as Rite of the Storm. So my main hand's going to be fire, offhand's lightning damage.
Okay.
So I'm going to take just 2 attacks with my main hand, right? Since I don't have a bonus action to use my
Yes.
offhand. Okay.
Well, you can use either or.
Oh.
As long as you make a
Oh.
tag.
Well, then I will do the first one. This one here would be fire.
Is there...
That hits.
26 hits.
So this is the slashing damage, 10
Okay.
slashing, and it's I think just a
Why does it
D6, right, Zach?
Why is it piercing?
Because he's using a short sword. It's whatever.
Okay.
That still should be slashing, though. It's a sword.
You
1d6
stab.
for two extra fire damage on that,
Okay.
Oh.
and then I'll take with my lightning one. Try to make attack.
That
17.
misses.
Gotcha.
Even
And that'll be
even
my
as an
turn.
18, that misses.
wait a
Gotcha.
minute. You had advantage.
Yeah, you had advantage
yeah.
on the first hit, so roll again.
On the
See if you get a
first hit.
crit.
Oh, we don't do the +1 for the advantage?
No,
or-
his familiar gave you the help action.
Oh,
So you had
okay.
advantage on your very first attack. So roll again. See if you get a crit. Okay.
Nope.
Nah,
Anything else?
gotcha. Nope, that'd be my turn. That's cool. Gotcha.
Rcon, it's now your turn.
Okay. Oh. I'll ungag the dwarf with my action.
Okay. Aim for the fucking rune on its neck!
Thank you for the advice.
Do we hear that, or is it
Mm,
just Arkin?
I'll say it's just Arkin right now.
Okay. So
Gotcha.
Because
then with
it's
the
you guys are too focused right now.
That's true.
All right, I
Shut the
won't.
fuck up and just
I
tell
won't
me what you
untie
want.
him the rest of the way,
Okay.
and I'll move like back to where I was before, till there, and I will, if you'll allow, I will just with the remainder of my turn, I'll state that to aim for the rune on its neck.
Easy enough.
Aim for the rune.
Back to the top of the round. Gurpin.
Arkin.
I'm assuming I can see it, right?
Yeah,
You
could
can
we
see
it?
runes carved all over this thing. Like, runes are glowing all over the armor of this thing. I'll say you can... As a free action, you can make a perception check with disadvantage to see if you can see the rune he's talking about.
Sure.
This won't cost towards any of your...
Nope.
Hey, no. You just know somewhere on the neck is a rune you need to... That's all you've heard.
All right. And as my action, I will take the dodge action.
Okay, you're going to take the dodge action? Bonus action?
I don't think
I don't
that's a
think there's
bonus
anything I
action
can
unless
do.
he's a rogue.
No, I'm asking, is he going to use a bonus action?
I don't think I can do. I don't think I can do anything technically.
Claw.
And your weapons are still
Your
on the ground
crimson
as well.
right.
I'm not gonna damage myself right now.
Your weapons are also still laying on the ground.
Well, even with
You-
two-weapon fighting, you cannot. Well, I mean, the rules is written anyway.
He doesn't have two-weapon fighting, I don't think. Oh no, do you?
No, I have.
Well, everyone
I have,
does, but you can only use your bonus action to make an attack if you've already used your action to make an attack.
Yeah, let's talk about this crimson right stuff to activate his other claw.
I haven't
Hey, that's
activated any of them.
I think I activated one.
I can't. I couldn't.
Oh yeah,
I had
that's
to wait
right. Yeah,
until the
yeah,
end of
yeah,
my
yeah.
turn.
Yep.
So there's really nothing I can do right now.
You can make 2 attacks and a bonus action attack.
He's taking the dodge action.
Oh,
I am at 9 hit points.
holy shit. Hey,
Archon thinks to himself, it's crazy how much they can talk to each other in between.
yeah.
Anything else, Zach?
There's nothing else I can do.
Okay. Let's roll this die. Okay.
Well, Zach, you need to make a wisdom save. Otherwise, you go berserk.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's a wisdom save of 8. That should be pretty easy.
Nope.
Nope. He goes berserk. He attacks anything close to him.
So when does that wisdom save happen? On the start of his turn or the
Should've.
end?
Should have happened at the start of my turn.
Okay, well then
Yeah.
you cannot take the dodge action. You have to attack the steel
Yeah,
plate.
Alright.
you have to attack it.
Then I am going to use my Blood Maledict for the Curse of the Marked and try to mark this thing.
What does that do?
You can invoke Blood Curse a number of times for short rest based on your level. You can choose to amplify the curse, losing 1d hit points from yourself, or 1d6 hit points. So I'm gonna go ahead and amplify it.
Okay. What does the mark do?
Gives me
Gives him
advantage on all
advantage
my
now.
attacks.
Okay.
But it also increases right damage, but he doesn't have any.
I don't have any rights active.
So roll your
Yeah.
Hemocraft
'Cause-
die.
Actually, no. This is no action, so I can use
Your bonus action to activate that.
a
Or your
bonus
bonus
action.
action is Blood Curse of the Marked.
Is it?
Yep.
Blood
Is it
curses.
That one is a
That is a
bonus,
bonus
action.
action. That one is a bonus action. All right. So yeah,
You
I'll
still
just
get
go ahead.
advantage.
I'll amplify that.
Okay, roll your Hemocraft die.
I lose
Damage
1 hit
yourself.
point.
Nice. That's good.
Apply. All right. Used 1.
Roll to hit.
And +1.
And +1. Since I don't have any weapons in my hand, just call strikes.
Yep.
You do have advantage on each hit.
And a +1.
That
So
hits.
2.
Yay.
Okay.
I'm
8 slashing
just
damage.
gonna try and go for any runes that I can see.
Okay, question. Are your claws magical?
Yes, they are considered magical.
Okay. So 8 slashing damage. You still have 1 more attack.
How does the Primal Savagery work?
You have to use your bonus action to attack the 3rd time.
When you use the attack action with an unarmed strike, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. Okay.
Yeah. So
I thought the calls counted for 2 strikes anyway.
you have 2 actions, remember?
Yeah.
So you can make 2 attacks.
Yeah, so you have 1 more attack.
Yeah. Ah, fuck.
That
18.
one misses, even as a 19.
Bonus action. Attack with the claws again.
Your bonus action to mark, so you don't have a bonus action.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Never mind.
Okay, you see
So
as Gurpin goes into this feral frenzy and just starts slashing at the mechanical monstrosity. And that's his turn. So we're back to this guy. Let's see. He's going to take 2 attacks on you, Gurpin, 1 on you, Targan. So, first one's a bite on Gurpin.
Before you roll the
Yep.
hit, I will use my reaction for Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
Okay, what's that do?
Oh no, hold on. And I will amplify it too.
Okay,
So
roll.
all attacks for its round, I roll a d6 for each of your rolls, and you subtract that d6 from your thing. So let me hurt
Is
myself
this-
real quick. It's a reaction.
Is this based on sight, though?
No, it just
If you,
says
if
straight
you
up.
amplify it, then
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I take 2 damage from
So
that.
you've amplified it. Okay, roll.
Yep.
So now you roll to reduce.
That was my damage myself to amplify it.
Oh, do
Now-
I have disadvantage on the roll?
No, I just still
No,
roll
you-
a d6 for every
Yeah, so roll your
attack that you
d6.
do. Yep. So -4 to that hit on that one.
And I will do the same.
Are you going to amplify it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I take another d6.
Okay, roll.
Where's that? I take 3.
Okay, so roll your d6 as well to reduce.
Where you at? Do this one. Loses another.
So 5 total. So
Yep.
17. It rolled a 22.
Still hit.
Okay. You take 10 piercing damage.
That's enough to knock me down.
Oh, he loses forward, by the way, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's got 1 more attack.
Let's auto fail.
Oh, gotta see if it hits.
Oh,
Go
I
ahead
didn't
and
do two.
go ahead and roll your.
-4, then Zach still applies to it.
It does. Okay.
Because it
Well-
applies the
Because it's
entire
an
round.
effect. It's not a concentration or anything.
Well, it's 30.
So this applies to every attack that it makes.
Yes, since
That
we
round, yeah.
amplified it.
Well, it rolled a 30, so I doubt you guys can reduce that.
No.
So that's
Yeah.
2 failed death saves, Gerpin.
Is it
No.
Oh,
Its final attack is going to be on you, Turgan.
okay.
Okay, roll your guys' reductions.
Where the
5.
hell is that at?
He has it in thing. You can just roll a d6.
Well, it rolled an 18. I'm assuming it's going to miss you.
Yeah, it misses.
Okay, so your guys' blood right fails to save Gerpin, but with his dying breath, he stirs that Turgan does not get hurt. And as the thing swipes for you, it swings wide and misses you, Turgan.
Oh gosh.
Okay, that's its turn. Turgan, you're up.
Seeing him go down, I immediately go into my feral rage, and same as Gerpin, I grow fur all over rapidly, kind of hulk out a little bit just in that mini shape, and I go into my hybrid transformation.
Okay.
I can still use my swords and everything. Everything's the same,
All right.
but I'm gonna try to jump and do like a acrobatic roll over it to try to stab at the runes on the back of its neck.
Okay. First, roll me an
I can't-
acrobatics check.
Yeah. Oh, 21.
Okay. Now roll to hit.
Okay, this is my first one.
Is it advantage because I'm helping?
Is it? Okay.
The first one is.
So 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so we'll take 8
And roll your
piercing.
armor trap.
Yeah. And 4 fire damage.
Okay.
Next one will be with my lightning sword. 27. Yeah, 27 to hit.
Well,
Well,
the
I'm
first
sorry,
one.
I didn't-
advantage.
Yeah, the first one was 27.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
hits.
That's 6 piercing with
That's 12 piercing.
12 piercing and 4 lightning damage as
Well,
I vault over it.
so how do you want to do this?
No shit. What the hell?
Well, completely above board, I'm going to explain what just happened. The first one,
Yeah.
you missed the rune. The second one, you hit the rune, and you did enough fucking damage to the rune with that one
Oh.
attack to deactivate it. The lightning damage did nothing. That was all your piercing.
Yeah.
So how
So
do you
as
want to
I
do
like,
this?
I do like my front flip, floor my blades, and as I land on its neck, I sink both swords in. The one with the fire just barely misses with the lightning one. Blade down, strikes into the rune.
As you stab into it, just for a moment, you're like, did that work? Did that work? In Rcon, you can see the runes that were glowing all over this machine power down, and it just slumps forward and crashes to the ground, deactivated.
I'll pull out my blades, run over and help Targan. I'll pour a
No. Before you do
Gerpin.
that, I will speak a healing word in his direction and heal him for 9.
9? Okay. You
9.
pop back up, Turgan. Or Gerpin, you gasp out with a breath of air. I'm assuming you got knocked out, right? So your
Yeah, I'm not.
werewolf nonsense is gone. You're not crazy anymore.
I keep mine for an hour, and I'm not going to sheath my weapons. If I do, then I lose my Crimson Rights. As long as I keep them held,
Mhm.
I do not lose it.
Well, if you were holding your weapons, then you couldn't use a health potion on him. I don't.
That's
think.
what I was going to give up one of them to do that, but I'm glad you did that.
All right.
Okay.
And once I do that and he comes to consciousness, I'm gonna move over to the dwarf.
But before that, I need Turgan to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm not. I'm
He's
not
not
below
below
half
half.
health.
Oh, okay, so it's below half health.
Yep,
Got
and I
it.
can speak normally. I keep all my.
I
most
thought
of my
it was
stat.
you had to attack something. Okay, gotcha.
No,
Nope.
that's only below half.
Okay, so yeah, Rcon, you run into the room, back to the dwarf, still tied up. What's all that fucking commotion? Did you get it?
Yes, we did. I assume that you are Gorfit, Runeborn.
Yeah, I'm fucking Gorfit. Who are you?
I'm Rcon. I've been sent to assist in your escape from this town
Yeah.
by Lieutenant Bolvar. And I am in the process of getting him down.
At least those fucking imps are good for something, I guess. What about the boy, Jason? Is he all right?
He is safe, yes.
Good, good. Good thing you fucking listened to me, or that thing would have killed you.
What is going on here? Do you have any idea?
The
I
fuck
believe that
I
there are
know.
devils.
Devils? What the fuck are you talking about? Some
Who-
madmen broke into my fucking shop, made me make some damn shackles for them. Then they fucking tied me up, and the dumbasses activated that after they left. What the fuck are you talking about, devils?
Lieutenant Bolvar said that demons had attacked the city, Deamore. However,
That's news to me. I was attacked by men, and then I've been locked up in here. I ain't seen no demons.
Please, calm down. Be at peace. You are safe now.
It's kind of hard to be calmed when you get attacked in your own fucking shop, and one of your creations get activated and try to kill everything. But thank fucking help for helping me anyway. What's your name? Rcon?
Rcon, and in the other room are Turgan and Gurg.
Yeah.
Gerp. We were sent here by Lieutenant Bolvar, as I said. He speaks of demons and devils, however, we too have not seen any evidence of such. You have any idea who the men were that tied you up?
Well, they were dressed in all black, had masks on, jumped me in the middle of the night and made me make some fucking shackles for them. I told them not to fuck with that thing. They didn't listen to me. That
These
thing's not even...
shackles, what were they meant to do?
I don't know. They just make... They're large things. Bigger than they were. And they told me to put runes onto... These specific runes onto them. Never seen anything like it before. And then they fucking tied me up, turned that monstrosity on, and left.
You know what these runes would usually do?
No, I've never seen runes like these.
Most concerning.
Where's Jason?
He is outside the city. We will take you to him. We were tasked with getting you out of here safely.
All
That's
right.
what we shall do.
I need to grab a few things before we leave. Your buddy over there looks like he's in a right sort. And you see,
Yes, that mechanical contraption did quite the number on him.
I guess that works. Fucking imps. You see he walks into the forge. He comes back out with a pack full of stuff. You see papers, some items, tools. Then you see him walk into the study in a few minutes. Where the fuck are they? Those fucking bastards! He comes snoring. The motherfucker stole some of my schematics!
Oh. No, they did not, actually. And I'll pull them out of my pack and give them to him.
He snatches them out of your hand, looks through, makes sure, takes them. Good. He's... Can't have these falling into people's hands.
That is what I assumed, and I did not want them to do so. Based upon the lieutenant's words, we did not know whether we would find you dead or alive.
Yeah,
So
well,
I wanted to keep those safe.
if these got stolen, I wish I was dead of what the imps would fucking do to me. Alright. Well, I'm ready to go. Is your buddy gonna make it?
We have potentially an hour's journey to the camps outside of the city. Perhaps it would be best if we rested here for a little while.
I don't know about that. Those fuckers could show back up again.
Well then, do you have anything that we might use to heal him?
No, we can take him to the church, though. Have someone there. Maybe can help him.
We have found no one else here other than you in this city.
What the fuck are you talking about? You said demons attacked the city?
That is what the lieutenant said.
Does it look like demons have attacked this city? I think I would have heard fucking demons attacking locked up in there.
That's why I indicated to you that we believed it might be devils. Or a devil. But we've not seen signs.
Oh, what the fuck's the
either.
difference?
I look at Gherkin.
Gherkin.
I look at Gherkin.
How's
Try to
Gherkin?
explain.
How's Gherkin feeling right now?
I am one arm over Turgan's shoulder.
Yeah, that beastie did a number on you, didn't it? Think it might work a little too well, honestly.
To be more to the point, devils are about 10 times worse than demons.
That's fucking good. That doesn't explain where... You're telling me a devil took an entire city of people?
Potentially.
Oh, fuck me. I mean, we still should go there. If anyone's alive, they'd go to the church. Can devils go in churches?
Would I know that based on that prior roll?
Yeah, you would know
Or do I
if
need
an area is sanctified. Demons, devils, they cannot go there.
If the
near it.
grounds have been sanctified, then no.
Well, it's a fucking church. If someone's sanctified, it's going to be the fucking church, right?
And how far away is this church?
It's about a mile down that way.
We've we've run into false priests before.
Well, listen here, buddy. Father Brandon's a good man, and I won't have you besmirching his fucking name. Okay?
It is merely an observation that we've made, not an accusation.
You can fucking huff it back to the Imperial camp if you want. I'm going to the church. So either you're coming with me or you're going back. What is it? Because I ain't going anywhere until I see for myself if people are still here.
Arrogant, you'd be the one carrying most of my weight.
I'll pick up Gherkin. I'm on my back.
Rcon walks over and just bends down and picks Gherkin up.
How do you
Puts him
care?
on the shoulder.
Oh.
Not like a football handle, like.
And on that
I
day,
fit.
and on that day, his heart grew 3 times larger.
His heart grew 3 sizes.
Here, Gherkin. You shouldn't. You should move as little as possible. Turgan,
Yes.
keep watch of our vanguard. Make sure nothing
Turgan.
comes upon us from behind. I
The
shall lead.
scimitar and crossbow. Point.
I
See,
gallop.
now I
hover
like
wolves
that
run.
one. He's got a fighter spirit in him.
I
Let's
grab
go.
his weapons. And I go back and give it to Gerpin.
Alright. Well,
Give his weapons back.
Laboriously try to put them back on while I'm being held.
well,
I'll climb up
Gorfit,
Rcon's back and I'll sheath it for you.
Gorfit, if you insist, then let's go.
Now, this might be a little insensitive, but in your professional opinions, how do you think that thing handled itself?
Pretty well put together, I'd say.
Well, of course it was. I made it.
It rightfully fucked us up.
Yeah, that was what I was afraid of.
Look at both of you untouched.
Hmm.
We are one of the
Though-
same, Gerpin. I've told you many
I would say the fact that its
times.
main
I feel
power
your pain.
source, the rune, is outside of its body as a clear weak spot.
That's the point.
Might be.
You think I want to make something like that and not be able to take it down?
I see. Much foresight.
Let's get going.
Might I suggest?
And I will stand next to, like, I'll be keeping stride with Gorfit.
Might I suggest a very complicated command phrase?
Maybe. To be honest, I didn't even want to make the fucking thing. But the imps get what they want. They ask how high, I gotta say, I gotta jump.
Or they say jump. I gotta ask how high.
Yeah. What a stupid fucking saying. Humans, right?
You're right. Very strange.
Rcon just says, yes, as humans, very strange, of course.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go. And he leads you down the street, and once again, it's still this silence. Nothing.
Is Turgan still a werewolf?
Yeah,
Yep.
Turgan.
He sure is.
He just
Yeah, you keep all your normal stuff. You're just a little hairier. You got claws, tiny little snout.
As you get
You still got your
furries.
weapons drawn though.
Yeah, I saw weapons drawn.
One has got fire and the other one's
One's
lightning.
crackling with fire. One's crackling with lightning.
As you see this cathedral
Oh,
coming
as
up,
we get close, I would like to drop the form.
yeah,
As I get closer to
he was going to ask you to do that.
Yeah. I'll use an action.
He
I'll
keeps
drop
calling
mine.
it a church. This thing's a fucking cathedral. It is huge.
Yeah. Also, I will sheath my weapons as long as we made it there safe. So they go well.
Doesn't look like it's attacked. Everything looks fine. No broken windows or anything.
Strange.
He scurries over and he starts banging on the door. Brandon!
Oh,
It's me!
gosh. Oh no.
Gorfit! Are you in there?
I'm looking around everywhere around us as he's doing this.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'd
make-
be listening.
Make perception checks.
No, I'm gonna just look.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything.
Shut up.
I'm
Shut
not
up.
moving around a whole lot, so I'm just gonna be listening.
Yeah. Besides his banging, you don't hear anything.
Is there any way for me to... What kind of church is this? What kind of cathedral is this? Is this like a legitimate
Oh, yeah.
holy place?
You can feel... Your nature, you can feel it.
Hallowed ground.
This has been touched. Brandon! Fuck. And then You hear, Gorfet? Is that you? And you see a hooded figure come from around the side of the cathedral. Brandon, is that you? Yes, it is. Well, what the fuck you doing? Where is everyone? As he starts walking closer,
I'm going to
Brandon
look
backs
him
up.
over,
Make a perception check.
see if I notice anything odd about him. Oh, normal roll.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm gonna be right by.
Fuck me, Jesus Christ.
You can't see anything.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up with Gorfit.
Each time you guys get closer, Brandon gets further away from you. Stay back.
Oh, where is Brandon?
He is about 20 feet from you.
Did he open the door?
No, he came from the side of the cathedral. He didn't come out of the cathedral.
I put my arm in front of Gorfit.
That's strange.
Be careful.
The fuck you talking about? Be careful. This is Brandon. I've known him his whole life. The fuck you doing, Brandon? Where is everyone?
Devils can be very tricky. Father Brandon, was it? I called him.
Almost all
Oh.
devils can shapeshift.
Who are you?
I am Rcon. Man of the cloth. Traveler.
Ooh.
I'm here because Lieutenant Bolvar of the Imperial Army sent us into the city saying that demons had attacked. It's very clear,
At the
looking
mention
around.
of Lieutenant Bolfar, he runs. Brandon!
Run.
Where the fuck you going? And Gorfet chases after him. What are you guys doing?
No, I've still got my arm in front of him, like I said.
He's pushed past you.
Well, then I'm gonna attempt to stop him.
You can certainly try to attempt to stop him.
Okay, fuck this. When I touch him, when he tries to move past me, I'm casting Charm Person
Okay.
on him.
That's a charisma save?
It's a Wisdom save.
Wisdom save, okay. What's the DC?
Tell me what you rolled.
You tell me your DC.
You tell me what you rolled.
You fucking tell me your DC, goddammit.
DC of 16.
He fails.
Okay. He is now charmed, and basically, the charmed creature regards me as a friendly acquaintance, and basically will listen to me.
For
This
how
lasts
long?
for an hour. An
Okay.
hour. So I lay my hand, and I don't hide it from the other two, but obviously Gorfit doesn't see this. But my hand glows a bit as it touches him, as a type of arcane energy flows into him, and now Gorfit is looking at me very attentively as I say, "Stop."
What are you doing? We gotta go after him.
Gorfit, you must understand. Something very strange is going on here in this city.
Yeah,
Can't
you wanna know
see-
strange? The whole city's gone. I find someone, now you're telling me not to go after him?
Why did he run when I mentioned Lieutenant Bolvar?
I don't know. You're a bunch of strangers.
Actually, hey, bigger question. Why isn't he inside the church? That's a big,
Well, he was standing on the grounds outside of it, right?
yeah, but sanctified could be inside, not out.
This
Maybe
is,
it's because he can't enter the church. He's trying to lure us away.
Why would he lure us away from his own church?
we don't know if that's...
It might not be him.
Well, how do you know? You don't know the fucking man.
I look to the other two. Let me handle this.
I'm gonna
Gorfit,
hop down, stumble,
this is important.
make my way up to the doors of the church.
I understand you to be a very smart man, yes?
Yeah, I'm a fucking smart man. You see the shit I make? You gotta be pretty smart to make that.
I have a big boy.
Yes, of course. So, walk through this with me. The entire town is empty for the most part. The Emperor, the Imperial Guardsman, the Imperial Lieutenant Bolvar, who's over this city, sent us in here to find you because he believed the city had been attacked by demons.
Okay, well, where's the attack? There's no sign of damage anywhere. There's no bodies. Where was this attack then?
Think for me, Gorfit.
Well, I'm asking you to think. The lieutenant said the city was attacked. So he had to have seen something, right?
There are ways to attack without causing mass destruction. There's been an infiltration of some kind, Gorfit.
But there's still gotta be... If there were demons here, he's gotta have seen them, right? Why would he just say demons?
He did see something, but there are illusions. There are ways to alter the mind. That's why we need to get to the bottom of this.
This is a low magic setting.
But first,
Well, then what do you
we
suggest
must
we
get
do?
you. First,
I'll try
we
to
must
open
get
these front
you
doors.
to safety.
Same.
You're
We
gonna...
are leaving Gorfit. And
You're trying to open the
gonna start-
cathedral now?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a strength check. Or that athletics.
Can I assist?
Yeah,
In my
sure. Roll with advantage.
weakened state?
Okay, 16. It takes you a few... and then... You're a crash. And the doors fly open. It seems like it was barricaded. What the fuck are you doing?
Barricaded from the inside.
Yeah.
Why are you breaking
Good
down the
question.
goddamn door? The fuck's
Just
wrong with
come-
you?
Just no anger. No anger. Come on.
no, you two. We must get Gorfit to safety, and then we can come back.
But first we must rest, just in case there is something bigger. I look over at Gerpin. All messed up.
If it comes to it, I can help him. But we must go.
Looking in the church, does it seem like anybody's in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Well-
listening for shuffling or anything.
I got my goggles on.
Roll perception checks.
13.
20.
20.
Do I hear people or
You
anything?
hear a slight gasp.
There's someone inside.
Turgan, you don't see anything with that perception check.
Okay. There's someone in here. Just. Is it Gorfist? What is it?
Gorfit.
Gorfit. There's someone
Gorfit.
inside.
Just come meet your people real quick and make sure.
Wait.
Maybe there's someone in here you can talk to.
There's someone in there?
At least one. I heard someone.
Well, let's go. If there's people in there,
Right now, this is probably the safest place to be.
I'm sorry, Rcon, but my brother, he's seriously hurt. Need to at least take a small rest. If possible.
That may not be a terrible idea.
Just in case there's
But I need to
greater
get
danger.
Gorfit and whoever else might need it to safety immediately.
Just give it an hour, at least.
I
Let
cannot.
us lick our wounds. Then we shall stay here. My brother's health is very important.
I understand.
But we'll go in the church, I guess.
And I'll step in briefly to see who else might be in here, but...
Okay.
I'm staying near the door.
you stay near the door. Gorfit follows in. As you make your way deeper into the cathedral,
I take off that lantern as we're walking in, set it down for a second, and light it. and then
Okay.
pick it back up and start walking farther in.
As you get closer, towards the back, you see a door that's slightly ajar.
Hello? Call out.
You're shh, shh, shh. Quiet, quiet.
But these are probably your people.
I'm gonna walk out into the middle of the room. No.
Okay.
Maybe you can
People
talk to
of
them.
Deamore,
Okay.
we are here. We've been sent by the lieutenant to help you.
The mention of the lieutenant, the door slams shut, and you hear scurrying. Would you quit fucking saying the lieutenant's name?
Is he looked down upon in this city? Why would people be afraid of him?
I don't know. He's usually well regarded. Could be a bit of a jackass sometimes, but never unfair. I don't know why everyone would be scared of him.
Gruskrit. Or whatever his name is.
Groofet.
Grufet. How long would it take you to repair that thing?
What thing? The beast?
If you would term it as such.
Well, it depends on how much damage you did to the runes, and why the fuck do you want me to fix it?
Because based on how the people in this church are reacting, we may need it to be able to leave the city.
And you think whoever's hiding is going to be more comfortable with that metallic monstrosity walking around?
Well, are you able to control it?
That's the issue, why it shouldn't have been turned on. That's the problem. Controlling it. That thing's nowhere near close to being ready.
I understand.
Perfect.
Then
So you,
I'm gonna go move over to the door that I'm assuming we heard it shut, right?
Yeah, no, it's slammed shut in your face. That was not hidden.
Oh, we were.
You could
Facing
see
it
the
right
door
up
and it was ajar, but then as soon as the lieutenant was mentioned, the door slammed shut.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can I think back to when we met the lieutenant? With my expertise in the fiendish beings and such, did I notice anything strange or remember anything strange about him? Now that I'm thinking, and the gears are turning.
Roll me an insight check, and you can do it with advantage because it's pertaining.
Ooh.
11?
Aw.
No, there's no signs you could tell.
Oh, don't touch.
no, this is the thing. From what I could tell, the lieutenant was a very trustworthy individual.
Devils are very tricky. Even with the most insightful.
Answer me this, why would the devil be outside the city when it in defending the city from the outside
True.
does not make sense.
But it also doesn't make sense that these people would be afraid of him.
I need to see one of them. I fear they may have been possessed by something. I'm gonna walk up to the door.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's locked.
Yeah, you try it. Won't open.
I got it. Run over and try to pick it.
Roll a...
Yeah.
What you call it? Thieves' tools, yeah.
Thieves' tools, check.
17.
Yeah, you pick the lock.
Right. Just be easy on them. They might be scared.
I open the door.
Okay. Door opens. You see a small little room, probably used for more secluded prayers for individuals. And you see huddled in the corner, in the far end of the room, seems to be 3 or 4 individuals.
I'll hold my hands out to them, palms to them, as I slowly walk towards them.
As you get closer, they get cowered and cowered. They huddle up more.
We are only here to help. I apologize
You
if I frightened you.
You said you were with the lieutenant.
We were tasked by the lieutenant to save Gorfit Runeborn from the city. We are strangers to this land. We have no affiliation with him.
Make a persuasion check.
$25.
You know Gorfit?
Right outside.
Yes, and he is with
Walking.
us. We saved him. He was tied up in his workshop.
Prove it.
Gorfit, come here.
Yeah, what is it? Anyone in here?
Yes. See, he is here.
Thank the gods. Are you alright? It's me, Gorfit. At this, one of the individuals lift their head up, and you can see now they have red skin, horns swept back, black hair, and golden eyes. Gorfit, is that you? Gorfit stumbles back. What in the hell's...
And I see this too, right?
Oh, yeah, they're not hiding their face now.
Can I make,
Now that Gorfit's here.
what kind of check do I need to make to determine what they are?
Roll an Arcana or History check, the same thing as
I would also like to make
you roll.
check.
Yeah, same thing. You do not get advantage. The Blood Hunters do.
Which one do I do? This one. Oh, that rolls again. Aha! Yes!
My lucky came in. My lucky came in handy. Did yours too?
Did you both get lucky?
Yeah, we both got lucky. And I rolled an 18, he rolled a 19. Nice.
Okay.
I rolled Arcana.
And he rolled a 4 and I got a 5 on the other one.
Archon, this is baffling to you.
Mm-hmm.
Gerben and Turgan, this is also throwing you through a loop.
Is it giving me, does it seem demonic in nature though?
It's
they
demonic in appearance, but yet you're inside a church. You can feel it. You can feel the holy energy in this place.
Mm-hmm.
So how is this thing, whatever it is, in here?
So we weren't able to determine what it is with
No,
the 19.
you both are just as baffled.
Hmm.
What the hell's happened here? Who are you? Gorfit, it's us. It's Mary. Mary? No. This must be one of those devil tricks you were talking about before, right?
They're in the church.
No, this is different. So what are each of your names?
The woman, the red-skinned one, the woman says, I'm Mary, and these are my children. And you see, like, 2 young, almost mirror images of her. Red-skinned, horns swept back, yellow eyes. Jonathan and Susan. Mr. Gorfit, it's you. You're okay.
And you live here in Deamore.
Yes, of course we do. This is our home.
So insight check, I guess. This is. I mean,
Yeah.
I would totally do this.
Yeah, roll an insight
Since
check.
we're not sure what's going on.
So can we all make an insight check?
Anyone who
or
wants to
just-
make an insight check, roll an insight check.
Yeah.
18.
11.
18.
Rcon, she seems pretty truthful. Same thing, Gerb. Turgan, you can tell with that roll, like the quivering in her voice, the shaking of her body, she is scared. And she is not lying when anything she is saying.
She's not lying.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I look over to Turgan to see his kind of verify with each other.
Like her body
Well-
language, how she's putting every attempt to put her between you guys and the kids. How she's shaking, how her voice is quivering with every other word.
Yeah.
She is terrified of you guys. But everything she is saying is truthful.
You have always looked this way. No offense, but
No,
I've not.
of course not. I don't know what this is.
When?
And it just happened like a week ago or so. I can't remember exactly. We all went to bed. It was just fine. And then the next day we looked like this. We went outside and everyone started looking like this. Everyone started panicking. We ran to the guards for help and they started killing us. So we ran. We all did. We started hiding. We came here to the church. The father, he gave us shelter. What's going on?
You said everyone, but not everyone.
No, the guards are fine. And some people didn't change. They ran from us. They screaming for the guards. And then
I'm gonna kind of play up my wounds and sit down and lean against the wall. And I'm going to take as long as I can to try and think of anything that could possibly explain what happened.
okay.
Mary, this is all very concerning. So this is why you were afraid
Yes, we
of
hit.
Lieutenant Bolvar.
Yeah, we were. If they saw us, they found us, they'd kill us like the others.
I'm going to approach her and hold out my hands.
Also, Zach, is your lantern still going?
Yeah.
Nothing invisible in this room. As you approach Archon,
You turned it off.
she is actively like pushing the kids further and further into the corner. With
I understand. I am not one to be feared.
It's all right, Mary.
And as I say this,
Mhm.
the same message, I am not to be feared, appears in her mind.
Should be he is not to be feared.
No, it's just what it says.
Oh, what was that? What was that? Voices.
And I'd like to point out that I rolled a fucking 25 persuasion check against her
I know.
like
First
30
time.
seconds ago.
She's not. Is she running away?
And I slowly approach her and I just hold my hands out, motioning for her to grab my hands.
She tentatively reaches out with one hand, keeping the other one still pushing the kids back.
As she touches my hand, she feels a warmth to it. As I concentrate radiant energy from my hand, and I just look at her and see if there's any reaction to the energy.
She holds your hand for a good 30 seconds. Nothing happens.
And by the way, the radiant energy, it to anyone not a fiend or a devil or something like that, would hurt. It would hurt. It would feel good to anyone who's not one of those things.
She doesn't seem to react one way or the other. Like, it's not hurting her, but it's also not giving the same feeling.
Tell me, you said this all happened about a week ago.
Yeah, and we went to bed and we woke up like this.
Have you heard anything from anyone? Perhaps a voice in your head, or has anyone tried to get you to do anything?
No, besides the father and the others he brings here, we haven't spoken to anyone since the...
Where are the others? Are there others here?
I'm sure. Either they're hiding in other parts of the cathedral, or some never went back to their homes, boarded up the doors and windows, haven't come out.
Has Father Brandon changed appearance, or is he still the same?
No, he looks like us, too. I mean, not exactly like us. I mean, his color's different, and he has different shaped horns, I guess. But a lot of us don't look exactly the same, but he changed, too.
So most of the people here changed.
Yeah,
But he didn't. Did he look like that outside the temple?
He was actively hiding his features, and as you guys, every time you
okay.
tried to get closer, he would back away.
He moved further back. Okay.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, and the few that didn't, they ran to the guards, and I'm assuming they are with them. But I don't know.
Gorfit, you said that there were people who ambushed you in your workshop.
That's right.
Did you see their features at all, or were they hidden?
They were hidden. They were masked. Didn't look anything like that. I think I noticed the tail.
You think you would notice the tail, or you did?
Said I think I would note. He said I think I would notice a tail.
Okay, so
They looked.
Anything?
They looked like men, but I couldn't see any other features. So that's what you're asking me.
They speak common. Do they?
Yeah,
Anything strange about there?
they spoke common. That's how they talked to me.
I'm trying to think back. So Archon's trying to think of any, and he'll maybe even commune with Cupid for a moment over this in his mind. But Archon's trying to think back of any other times in history where maybe a ritual or something like that could have occurred that would do something like this to people, or if he's ever heard of something like this happening before.
Roll a history check. 11. I will say, because you're talking with Cupid, you're going to have advantage because he's technically helping you, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So that would have been a 3, actually.
Okay. With that roll, you never heard anything like this. You've heard of people selling their souls and becoming demons or devils, but this isn't that. You never heard of, like, people waking up one day and transforming. And the fact that she is in here in a holy ground is just baffling to you.
Yeah.
So basically, obviously, I know that, someone could make a deal with a devil and end up becoming a devil themselves. However, normally those types of deals don't affect other unwilling people.
Yeah. There's never been a case of multiple people, a whole city's worth, transforming from a pack deal. It's always an individual thing. And even then, they become a full fiend themselves. They should never be able to enter a church.
yeah.
Is there a place in the city that is of great importance?
What do you mean?
Is there a place or something, an artifact perhaps, that would draw
No.
evil people?
No, No, it's. I mean, this is a popular.
There's still
It's a populated city. I mean, we have a pretty decent dwarven population. Draws a lot of craftsmen like Gorfit here, but no, nothing I don't know of any artifacts or anything like that.
Orphit, do you know of anything?
I've been here for about 80 years now. No,
so you know these people well, then yes.
I'd say I got a pretty good sense of people.
These seem like the same people.
I mean, that's Mary's voice.
Well, you've seen what I am, and you know there are curses out there.
Yeah.
Perhaps this is some
I,
curse upon these poor
I don't
people.
know anything about that shit. Is there a curse that can do a whole city? If that's the case, why didn't I transform?
I do not know. I know with lycanthropy, it's more of a blood curse. Perhaps something laid dormant in these people. But they clearly are not devils. They are not evil. Otherwise, they would not be here. Therefore, they should... I know this is none of our business, Rcon. These people seem to be good, to my best knowledge. Maybe we should try to sneak them out if there is a way. Get them away from this army and tell them we found Gorfit here. Gorfit, would you be okay with that, or would we have to worry about you betraying us to the lieutenant?
I am afraid that, Turgan, that if we were to do such a thing, it would be all for naught. Right now, the Imperial Army is trying to keep everything in. They seem to be afraid
And you all
of these people.
You all would recall when you approached the city, you had a elevated position so you could see a good bit around the city. The whole city is surrounded. It is basically a siege.
Yeah.
There's no sewer systems or anything you can lay low for
My
a
point,
while?
my point,
Nothing?
Turgan, is that it does not matter. The only way that we can help these people would be perhaps to either revert them back somehow or convince the Imperials that they are not dangerous. Otherwise, these people will be left to the wind and forced to live in hiding all of their lives.
Times might be better than dying.
It's very unlikely. that they'd make it out of
Unfortunately,
this
that may not
situation.
be true. They are not devils nor demons. Therefore, when they die, they shall pass to the ethereal plane. It may be a better fate than having to live in hiding, in fear. Or even worse, imagine if the Imperials got a hold of these people, they might do experiments upon them. Make them suffer. There must be another
Her
way.
name was Mary.
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 What would you prefer, Mary? It is your life.
I just want to get out. I just want my children to be safe. I don't care how it's done. If you can convince the army that it's us, we're their citizens, they should protect us, not kill us.
Yes, but people tend to react poorly to change, especially change.
We haven't
so
done
drastic.
anything wrong.
My point is, Turgan, for now, these people are safe. Because they are not in... The Imperials are not in here killing them outright. So we have time. Perhaps we can scour this city and attempt to find a way to alleviate this curse.
If we were going to go adventuring, I would definitely need to take a rest.
I have a hard time imagining that the Imperials will
Yes, they are
likely
too.
even believe our story that these people are
That's what I fear.
undangerous, not dangerous. And so I think it would be
Yes,
best if we tried to find a way to revert them first, if possible. There still could very well be a devil at work in this city.
I believe so. And
What
I
were those
think,
shackles for?
yes,
I'm gonna move over and turn off the lantern as well.
Okay.
But I think for now, we are safe here.
yes, I think you're right, Archon. We cannot give up hope so easily. Maybe we can find something in the city. Maybe Father Brandon can help us if he returns. Maybe he
Yes,
has
we can
more
explain.
information.
Hitting upon what
Mary.
Turgan said earlier
Yeah, so
on essences that lay dormant in the link with lycanthropy. Is there a way, or would anything had been researched in the great study of the Blood Hunters Guild, or that would perhaps lead credence to that theory?
roll a history check.
History?
Mm-hmm.
Would it pertain to my
I'm going to say no
knowledge?
because you're trying to discern whether there's a
Craft.
precedent for other
Okay.
things like
Yeah,
this.
it's not specific to fiends.
16. You've heard mention of hereditary curses before, but nothing like this or to this scale.
Okay. And we all know about the Great Cataclysm,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, that is a well-known historical event.
And do we know how long ago that was?
It was roughly 110 years from the current date.
110 years ago. Okay. It's been a extremely delayed reaction, but it could explain to some
Okay,
extent.
above board, so what are we talking about? Cataclysm.
That's why
event
the
that
setting
awakened
is so low magic.
the event that awakened magic into the setting.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It also brought certain races through, didn't it?
Not that you know of.
Not that we know above board, though.
Above board, no. Not that you know of.
No. Okay. Hmm. But I at least
At least
know
try
that
to.
there's latent blood. Magic's, huh?
Mary, would
Hang
you
on.
be able to go
Do I
and tell
have...
everyone that you can find that there are those here that are seeking to help you?
I mean, maybe it's going to be hard to convince people to come out. It's what the father's been trying to do. He hasn't had much luck doing that.
Can you at least get the father here, Brandon? I fear he will run away from us like you did, based upon our proposed affiliation with the lieutenant.
Yes, we really do want to help you. We understand now, being within the church, that to our knowledge you're not evil.
If he
Natured.
ran away from you, it was most likely an attempt to lead you away from the church. He'll return, and I will speak to him. And with Gorford here, that will help as well.
Could we maybe rest here and re-barricade up this place and
I
try
would
to
prefer
rest?
if you would fix the damage
Yes.
you did.
Come on, Griffin. Please help me.
Orphet, it is
Oh, my
important.
idea.
It is important
Sure.
for you to stay here where it is safe.
I ain't fucking going anywhere.
Yes, Turgan.
Insight check.
Okay, roll an insight check.
Me and Griffin's re-barricading the front door or trying.
I mean, he seems pretty content now that he's found people. And he doesn't seem like he's in any hurry to go back to the Imperials, so...
Right. Seemed that way. Well,
Hmm.
in that case, let us rest. And
Okay.
perhaps the father will come back before we leave. Otherwise, I believe we need to do some looking around the city.
It is... You guys repair the damage and rebarricade the front door, and you all begin to
Hunker
take
down.
in all the events of today. You lay down to take a rest, and that is where we'll end tonight.
This is gonna become its own mini campaign.
Was the intention.
All right.
Hit die.
Okay.
Take a short rest.
Well, are we short resting or are we?
It was
like, what time is
getting
it?
kind of close in the evening. You guys can take
Yeah.
a long rest.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Because I'll say you
So
guys
you-
can assume the father's probably not going to come back to the church for a
Anytime
For a
little
little
bit.
bit,
Yeah.
Yeah, and we want to wait for him. I actually
Mhm.
do
Yeah.
want to wait for him.
which is cool because even short rest, we get our hybrid transformation back.
So
Oh,
you
Yep.
can all take a long rest.
It is absolutely
We get
insane
all of our shit
how
back at a short rest.
overloaded everything Matt Mercer makes.
Yeah.
Like free
No, it's